Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the Fighters Channel, the Trainers Channel, the People's Channel. And today we're going to be having a great segment today. Going to be having the call ins, uh, new news. So we're going to be breaking down, letting us see what the fans think, and I'll let y'all know exactly what I feel about some of this news. So, no further ado, make sure you guys go out your way, smash that three dots in the corner, and hit that like button for me. I would appreciate y'all so we can improve the visibility of the show. So today's topic is really about the 168th division. Um, the 168th division has basically been one of the more busier divisions, one of the more noticeable divisions. Obviously, we have the cash cow Canelo Alvarez, uh, you know, at that division. We've seen Triple G go in there and entertain that division as well. And then we got David Benavidez, the Mexican Monster, also in the division. He decided to go up to 175 pounds to fight for the interim WBC title to become mandatory for the winner of Arthur Better Beef and Bevo. But also, he still holds his mandatory for the WBC at 168 pounds, applying pressure in both divisions. The Mexican Monster is out there to show that he wants to fight the best. Very young kid, but this is one kid that you have to put on your pound for pound in the near future. Um, Nevertheless, coming into some other news as well, we heard that Edgar Berlanga, a possible fight with Daniel Jacobs. They met up in the NBA game and they did a little bit of a face-off. Now, I told everybody that I seen this fight coming. Uh, as soon as I seen, Edgar Berlanga signed to match him, the first name that came through my mind, no word of a lie, we got to do a fight in New York City, Brooklyn, probably. Daniel Jacobs versus Edgar Berlanga. It sells. Um, I can imagine where what day they're going to put it on. Maybe they put it on Puerto Rican Parade. Madison Square Garden, obviously, Bob Arum and Top Rank, they got that settled over there on that main street over there in Manhattan. But what about, in a different area in New York City, probably primarily, where Daniel Jacobs is from. And obviously, the New York Ricans are going to follow Edgar Berlanga, regardless of the fact, due to the fact that he's a high demand, popularity superstar, and Puerto Rican superstar at that. So, I could see that fight happening, and we're going to dissect their box recs and momentarily, and then also once again getting the call-ins and letting the people hear with their ideas and certain things. Also getting into other news. Now, the Michelle Rivera and Subir Matias that they mentioned, and before I even get into that, the 168th division, Mobili, he got signed to Top Rank today. So Mobili, I think he's Canadian, sparring partner of Arthur Better Beef, undefeated fighter. So he's just got signed. So salute to you, my guy. Hopefully you have a great future out there, and hopefully they can give you guys the titles that you need. Sadly, at 168 pounds, Top Rank's not really doing too much. But going into the other news, boxing scene, I don't know what's going on. I didn't really, I read the article and I didn't see my name in two articles. I seen that they wrote upon my interview with Lamont Roach and Oshaki Foster. And then they also just recently wrote an article about Subir Matias and Michelle Rivera. Not, no via Mill City Boxing. I don't know. They used to do it. I don't know why they're not doing it no more. I've been noticing little things like that. This platform is definitely going to grow, regardless of the fact of anybody that's going to come out and show the love. If they did show love boxing scene and I didn't see it, I apologize, but I didn't see it, and I'm surprised because I always see you guys always shouting me out. So it is what it is. Getting into some of the matchups, and then let's get into the call-ins as well. Make sure you guys coming in, smash that like button. To get to the like button, there's three dots into the corner. hit the three dots. So get you to the like button. Appreciate y'all so we can improve the visibility of the show. And let's get it cracking. I got a poll up here, okay? I got a poll right here. Also, become a member of Mill City Boxing. The members link is in the comments if you want to support on another level. Appreciate each and every single one for coming in as well. Salute to all y'all. So the poll is, who wins this fight in your behalf? We have 13 votes. Let's get up to 100 votes, 100 plus votes. We got Berlanga versus Daniel Jacobs. Place your vote onto the poll, guys. Who do you think would win this fight? Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Claremore Rain in the building. Claremore Rain in the building. What's going on, Claremore? Man, stay tuned, Claremore. We're gonna get the call-ins as well. In just a moment. And I definitely want to get your behalf on this 168 topic. You know what I mean? The division of just these fights. They're not like huge marquee fights, right? They're not. I mean, at the highest level, really, when we talk about Edgar Berlanga and Daniel Jacobs, he has like 37 wins, 4 losses type deal. You know what I mean? He's had this is at the end of his career, but to know, and if anybody has been, subscribed to this channel or been hearing this channel or staying updated, right? Y'all knew as soon as Edgar signed to Eddie, I knew that Daniel Jacobs in New York City is gonna happen. I said it. I said it. So this little face up that happened, it doesn't surprise me. Um, and this is big for New York City as well. Daniel Jacobs, a decorated amateur that's coming out of Brownsville. They kind of throw his name in with the Zab Judas, the Shannon Cannon, you know what I mean? Shannon Briggs, who else? We have, plenty of Hall of Famers that came out of Bronzeville. But they mentioned him as the newer future, the guys that coming out of the area that did something, you know what I'm saying? But salute to Daniel Jacobs, and if that fight could happen, I would like to know what y'all believe. So make y'all votes. Place y'all votes into the polls. Edgar Berlanga, Jacobs. Place your vote of who you think would win, and also let me know what you think in the comments section as well about the fight. Jacobs fought Canelo and Gabe Rosado. You feel me? And we already know with that fight with Gabe Rosado, right? Gabe Rosado won that fight. I don't know if y'all remember. Gabe Rosado won that fight clean. Like I that was probably one of the best performances I ever seen Gabe Rosado in, and he never got the fight. Tyson, absolutely. Shushu, Judah, like it just goes on and on and on and on and on. What's going on? Got me PR. What's going on? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to all. I'm sorry. Then you know what? I went through a brain fart. I'm not gonna lie. So that's why I got stuck there about the Brownsville legends. So appreciate the chat for throwing it out there. But stand up, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. We got 62 up in here. We got 5 likes. Do me a favor. The 3 dots in the corner. Press that. It'll get you to the like button so we improve the visibility of the show. We got a good show coming over here. Yeah, Riddick Bowe, for sure. But we have Edgar Berlanga that, he's 22-0 versus Daniel Jacobs, which is 37-4. All right. So Daniel Jacobs has a high KO ratio of 82%. And let's go break down some of the some of his opponents that he has had. And I don't know why this is not loading. Don't be hating. Don't be hating. Nevertheless, let me get back to it. Yes, the Gabe Rosado fight. Yes, I would have to say that Gabe definitely beat Daniel Jacobs, and um, he didn't get the nod. Now, he's also that before that fight happened. Remember, um, Daniel Jacobs lost to John Ryder, right? And that's where how John Ryder even got in the mix of like the Canelo fight, the Munguia fight. Like that's how he got all in the mix with the Daniel Jacobs win. So, Daniel Jacobs wins a split decision there, and then Gabe Rosado, he wins a split decision, and we all know he lost that fight. That's the beginning of kind of when we seen, well, not even Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. You know what I mean? When he beat him, he KO'd him. The in the fifth round. So they try to like bring up Daniel Jacobs's livelihood right there. But after that, he lost to Saul Alvarez. You know what I mean? And that was a decision, a unanimous decision. So that was really, matter of fact, that was Daniel Jacobs, one of his best performances. Was you know fighting Canelo, going the distance with Canelo, showing that he could take Canelo's punch. This is when he fought Canelo, we started noticing that Canelo, there's people out there like Daniel Jacobs that could actually withstand the Canelo Alvarez type of a power. You know what I mean? So, and then also we have to remember, he also went the distance with Triple G. So, I mean, is Daniel Jacobs the guy that is like just that tough dude that, I mean, what? Daniel Jacobs never been stopped. That's another thing, right? No, he definitely, yeah, he got stopped. He got stopped 2010 with 16-0 Demetrio Progrog in the fifth round. You know what I mean? So he got stopped then. And remember, he went through, the curing of cancer, all that other stuff as well. So definitely a tough dude. He's only been stopped once, but he stopped a whole lot of people. Like Daniel Jacobs is a beast, but in the same time, is he the same Daniel Jacobs that we know? You know what I mean? And I don't think so, ladies and gentlemen. I just really don't think so. I mean, at this point in time in his career, he's in box rec they don't put your age. So anyway, let's go to the best win of uh Daniel Jacobs. Sergio Mora, a KO. Luis Aries, giving Luis Aries probably his first L. That's probably very impressive on a unanimous decision win. So you would have to give him definitely, that's probably one of his best wins. But then you also have him. See, I'll tell you right now, he got a lot. Oh, then you got Sergio Pachenko, which a lot of people they have mixed thoughts about that. But the good thing about when you look at Daniel Jacobs and his box rec, ladies and gentlemen, he got a mess load of undefeated fighters. A mess load. You know, Peter Quillian, you know what I mean? 32 and 0. He fought Triple G when Triple G was 36 and 0, knocking everybody out. Selecki, 26 and 0. Sergey Pachenko. So, this guy's Daniel Jacobs is no pushover. He's willing to fight the best. Now, all of us know, is really Edgar Berlanga the best? Nah, not really. You know. Now, on his box rec, they don't say his age. You're saying my man that he's 37, 38? Well, let me check. How old is Daniel Jacobs? Box rec didn't want to give me that information. So he's 37 years old. Okay. So he's 37 years old. And we got here Edgar Berlanga, um, 22 and 0, fresh, 26 years old. Um, they match up pretty evenly in height and in stature. Um, Now it's really about I feel like the biggest difference maker here, ladies and gentlemen, is obviously the experience, right? Just because of you know, where he's at, at this point in time, Daniel Jacobs has hell of experience. Look at all the names I just mentioned. You know what I mean? Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. But he is a good fight for Edgar. Uh, Danny would be the Danny would be the best fighter on his record. After that, he got to fight the killer, though. So yes, Daniel Jacobs will be the best in his record. Now, this is the thing. As spectators, as people that love the sport, what do you guys see? Um, because we did hear about Gabe Rosado, right? We did hear about Gabe Rosado, and there's some talks there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit talking between them two. Okay, so what do you think the boxing world did? I feel like this is probably what they're doing. Let's see how Edgar does in New York, back to back. I'm gonna give you. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back to back with you, right? New York on whatever great day that they want to put it on. Daniel Jacobs in Madison Square Garden, right? You do that. If that's because and then you got to put a stack card. Like you got to put a stack card. Like I don't know if it's disrespectful for. I think it's not disrespectful for Matias to jump on that card. I think Matias should be the co-main event, so the New Yorkers can be exposed to Subir Matias. So if you put Subir Matias against, now we can't put Richardson Hitchens because that's a main event. If you really think in New York, that's its main event itself. I'm thinking like a promoter right now. All right, I'm thinking like a promoter right now. So you throw him in there. You throw him in there with a Regis Prograis. You throw Subir Matias and Regis Prograis on the co-main event of a Daniel Jacobs and Edgar Berlanga main event card. Mm. You got some other Puerto Rican fighters too on the zone. You know what I mean? So that's a and El Bronco. You could add the Bronco in there. Huh. There's some things you could add in there. Um, but I could see for sure, for the simple fact that, remember, Gabe Rosado in everybody's heart, but no, everybody knows that Gabe won. So they're gonna save Gabe and Edgar for Puerto Rican Parade, right? And compete with Barbarum on that day. Compete with the Xander Zayas. Who cares? Let's compete with them. We don't need to. We don't need to be in Madison Square Garden. We can be up in Brook. We can go somewhere else in New York. You know what I mean? And do it big over there. You know, because think about it. New York City. Um, Gabe Rosado used to live in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? He's really from Philly. You know what I'm saying? So he got a strong base of core fans that will follow him. You know what I mean? Loyal fans. So you're gonna have that, and then you're gonna have the Puerto Rican support of that that upcoming, our future 168 Puerto Rican superstar. That's the motto. That's what people are looking at. Um, so I think that Daniel Jacobs hasn't been in the ring for such a long time that you got to catch him slipping. If he's working out right now, which I don't hear anything about that, throw Hitchison on the card too. But I said, yo, that's a main event. That's a main event, got me PR. You know what I mean? That's a main event. Gary Antoine versus Subriel. But come on, Claremore. You know that's a main event in the makings. Or you're gonna throw. That's a That's a pick'em fight. You gotta be careful with that fight. You gotta be careful with that fight. That's a fight that you let Gary Antoine knock off a whole bunch of guys. While Subir still got the, you know what I mean? We need more. We need more. Arnold Barboza. See, that's on the card right there now. He's a Mexican, right? So in New York, I don't know. But if you want to, if Eddie, at the matter of fact, Arnold Barboza, he's a golden boy. But yeah, they do business together. We could. That's a possibility. I don't know. I don't know. Barboza. You know what I'm saying? There's names. There's names. All these names that you guys are mentioning. They're fire names. They can all be on the card. You could, but what makes sense? Remember, 5 fight deal. Out of the 5 fight deal for Subir Matias, right? What are we gonna get out of this, right? As Eddie Hearn, right? What are you gonna get out of it, right? You need to hype him up so we can get a big fight, or you stick him in there. You stick him in there early with a Richardson Hitchens, and um, but the thing about it is that this is how it works, ladies and gentlemen. This is how boxing works. I'll give you some light, some knowledge right here. Okay, we look at sales. Okay, if you're a Subir Matias fan, if you enjoy watching Subir Matias, okay, like just being honest, watch his fights, and when he becomes a pay-per-view star, when I mean a pay-per-view attraction, his first pay-per-view, support it, because what these guys are doing, the promoters, they're like wondering, all right, if I'm gonna put him with Liam Parr, I want to see what he does in Puerto Rico. How does his gait do, and how does the viewership do? Now you sit back, you look at the numbers. I could work with this. Now you go to Richardson. You're gonna fight Lemos. I think it's in Orlando, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see how the viewership does. Let's see how the gate does. Now, am I mistaken? Is Lemos and Richardson fighting in Orlando? That was his last fight. That was Richardson's last fight. So I don't know if he's fighting in Orlando again. But regardless of the fact, that's like we're getting too deep into this. Shout out to everybody that's on the live. We got over 223 people on the live. I need somebody to smash a like button. I need someone to hit the 3 dots, and then it'll get you to the like button. So it's 2 dots. You got to hit it 2 times. Like button right here. I mean the 3 dots. Boop, and then the like button. Boop, right there. That's it. To improve the visibility of this show. Okay, we're gonna be getting the call-ins as well. So you know, obviously, just like Claremont was just saying, obviously Edgar, this is his best opponent yet. You know what I mean? So this is a test, I think, not just to Edgar, not just to see if for Daniel Jacobs, this is another thing. Is it a payday? Is it a payday, or is it a real? Is it a real, like, you know what I mean? In the shot, I want to see what I have left in the tank. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Uh, it depends. Claymore Rain, Jose Ramirez, or Barboza against Subril. Other than that, I don't know. He's a champion. He got to fight someone real contender. Absolutely. Like I said, Regis. I said Regis, and it's a popular name. You know what I mean? It's a name that if no matter what state you put it in, right? And you've been hearing the chirping of Subir Matias, there's a lot of controversy. There's a lot of controversy with them too. Remember, Subir said to us on Mill City Boxing that he sent the hospital note, right? He said he said right here. He said it right here first. I'm gonna send the dude to the hospital. I'm gonna send the dude to the hospital. You know what I mean? Um, OMAC Original, what's going on? What's going on? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. All the members of Mill City Boxing. If you want to become a member and support the channel on another level, man, It helps the growth, and I got some great news coming up. I want to be doing some traveling for you guys. So for all the membership money and the super chat money, that's all going to be going towards travel and hotel or Airbnb stay, so I can get you guys some hot boxing content live. And so I'm not just doing online videos for you guys. I'm doing that live content for y'all. So just to let y'all know, that also will be we're going to be taking that money, and we're going to be investing it back into the channel. So just to give you guys that heads up, smash that like button for me, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. And that being said, I'm probably going to be going to Florida to go see Keith Thurman in his camp, and also Winky Wright and the whole team. Get you guys some footage, live footage. So make sure you guys come out, support the channel, man. I would really appreciate y'all, to show that love, so that way I can get you that type of content. But other than that, we rolling, we're grooving, and we're grooving. Let's bring up Edwin de los Santos from 35, Puerto Rican versus DR. Let's go. I like that one. Esa ahí una buena, right there. Me gusta esa. I like that one. I could definitely do that. I like that. Boo Boo must be really looking for his career, huh? Listen, man, we're gonna get into that one because that's the next matchup right there, and we got to break that down even through the box recs as well, because that fight particularly means something. And I don't know. That's another thing, guys. That's another matchup that I said that I liked. All right, 168 pounds. I've said it in numerous of channels and this one as well. And I'm glad that, I knew this was going to happen. But anyway, Edgar Berlanga and Daniel Jacobs, it's a poll. We have a poll right here. Who wins in your behalf? Let me know if y'all like the fight. Who do y'all win? Like, let me know what y'all think in the comment section, and place your votes. I want to know. What I mean, I'm very curious about this fight because there's a big age gap here. There's like an 11-year age gap. You know what I mean? Um, being 36, 37, shoot, I'm a couple years away from that. You know what I mean? Like that's an age that is hard to wake up in the morning and get back into that boxing shape. It's not the same. You're gonna go through pain. You're gonna go through pull muscles. You're gonna go through a whole bunch of stuff. Once you get hurt, the recovery is not as fast as it used to be. It sucks being old. I ain't gonna hold you. Every year it got older, I'm just getting more tight. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. All right. And also subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed to the channel. Become a member. The link is in the comments. Support the channel on another level. Um, so let's get into the next matchup here, okay? And then that way I can get to the phone lines. Next matchup here, rumors and more rumors. Demetrius Boo Boo Andres versus David Morrell. But before I do that, I would like to get 100 votes on this Berlanga and Jacobs topic. To be honest with you, because it's real talk. Like, he's 26 years old. This guy's 37. One has more experience. The other one has, I don't even know who really punches harder, really, in this fight. Like, who's the bigger puncher in this fight? Because in reality, when you're in they call it what when you're in a humdinger. When you're in a humdinger, you got to be able to throw a big shot, make sure the other person gets hurt, and if you get clipped, you got to be able to take it. We've seen like Triple G and Canelo go through the little humdingers and throughout the rounds. In this fight right here, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Um, does Edgar Berlanga have that chin insurance to get into a humdinger with Daniel Jacobs? And here's another thing. Does he have the boxing ability to stare away from a humdinger? Does the age come in factor with his legs? Who is the aggressor? Who is the cat and who is the mouse, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know in the comment section. I need to know. Place your votes, guys. We have a poll here, and it's been up for an hour. All right. So I'm gonna get to the next one. And we talk about it another time. But we do have. Oh, I can't. It's 50-50. It's 50-50. Y'all think I can't leave it alone like that? Somebody gotta vote. We need some type of situation. Somebody gotta win. There's somebody gotta win. Y'all put pressure on me. Oh, who you got, Mills? Who you got? Who you got? All right. Well, who y'all got? Place your votes. We're 50-50 right now. 50% believe Berlanga wins. 50% Jacob wins. And there's only 44 votes. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get active. Smash the like. They did have the same trainer. They did. That's who now. You know what? Who stays with Andre Rozier? Andre Rozier is probably going to be with Jacobs because Edgar's with Mark. They look like they're building back what they used to have. So now Jacobs got the drop. Jacobs got the drop on Edgar right now. If Mark and Edgar can't make the adjustments fast in camp, Andre Rozier and Daniel Jacobs got the drop on him. It's real rap. Smash the like button. That's a good fact right there. Andre goes whoever he got the bigger check. Stop all this. No, absolutely. But let's be honest. Do you think he's gonna go to him? Why would he go to him? Why would Edgar go to him? Oh, excuse me. Hold on a minute. The bigger check is obviously Edgar, right? The bigger check's obviously Edgar, but excuse me, he got no. I think what I've been seeing that Edgar left that situation to go back to Mark. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong? So if that's the case, who wins the fight, ladies and gentlemen? 51%. 51%. Where all the Boricuas at? Where all the Boricuas at? 51% believe Daniel Jacobs wins the fight against Edgar Berlanga. It don't matter. The older guy wins. The older and more established in the boxing game. People that take Daniel Jacobs serious, right? They take him serious in boxing, right? I wonder if they sparred. I wonder if they sparred and then we find out later. Like that, like Tank and Ryan and shit, right? Here it is, Claymore Rain. Last time I checked, Danny the better boxer. Edgar the puncher now. Danny can punch for sure, but Edgar the puncher in this fight, in my opinion. Danny will win for the rounds. Edgar gotta win the fight. I'm gonna be getting the call-ins right now. Gotta start the call-ins right now. Salute to everybody on the Jennifer, yes, Mill City, what's going on? Thank you. Salute, salute, salute. Danny wins by at Mill City Boxing. Wins at Mill City Boxing. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know. Yep. So, wait a minute. But now, listen. It's going like this, Claremore. It's so close that I feel like I have to leave the poll. I'm surprised that we don't have so many more people up in here. I guess they don't like this 168 division talk. I mean, hey, it's not always about the 47. It's not always about 40. It's not always about 35. Okay. Jesus. We talked about the heavyweights and nobody even cared about it last week. Nobody even cared because it was a Gano. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Nobody talking about how Zilly Zhang and Parker went down, right? I was like, oh, that was the call, man. Nobody really cared about that. Come on, man. Stop playing around, man. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the juice. Let's talk about that 40 division. Let's talk about that 135 division. Let's talk about that 47 division. Let's talk about that 54 division. Come on. Listen, 68 is lit. 68 is lit. Shout out to Mobelli. Signed today in Top Rank. I don't know what you're doing over there. 68 ain't nothing over there. Oh my goodness gracious. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. All right. 51%, 51%. I just need an edge. Before I change this poll, all I need is like an edge. I just need like a separation of 2%. I can't just have a separation of 1%. It just doesn't, you're not even a real winner to me like that. So smash that like button and get into the polls. Who would win in a fight? Berlanga versus Jacobs rumors, ladies and gentlemen. Get into the polls, place your vote so we can jump onto the new poll. I feel like people are more excited about Demetrius Boo Boo Andres and David Benavidez because let's be real, guys. That's the fight that we really came into this live for. Let's be real. We're like, oh, Mills put it up. Mills put it up. He put that Boo Boo and Morell shit up. Absolutely, I did. When I seen that, I said, hallelujah. 50-50, man. It's 50-50. Berlanga and Jacobs is 50-50. This is a good poll. We just need more likes up in here so we can get more people up in here. Smash that like button. Basically, this shows how they have zero confidence in Berlanga's fighters are good as they match with. We know the game. Berlanga is hungry. Okay. Angelina says Berlanga's hungry. He does look hungry. He does look hungry. And he knows losing to a Daniel Jacobs, what would that do for Edgar Berlanga's career, ladies and gentlemen? Right now, if he loses to a guy that has already been knocked out, right? He got knocked out, I think, in like the 5th round, right? Then he showed different type of toughness going the decision against Canelo and Triple G, but failing. Key word, failing. You can be in the fight, but what do you do in the fight? But I'll tell you right now, he fought good. He fought good. He didn't get the decision, but he fought good in that. But now, consistency is what we need, right? Consistency is what we need. So, and that being said, Gabe Rosado, horrible performance. And before that, he fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., right? And that was a stay busy fight. That was not necessarily a stay busy fight. Let me correct myself. Um that was a confidence booster fight, right? Let's be honest. That's a confidence booster fight. And then they put you in there with Gabe Rosado, another confidence booster fight, right? Another one, right? And maybe you because you have that high KO ratio, and Rosado don't really like is a tough dude. So if you stop Rosado, everyone gonna be like, "Damn, you a monster, you beast, right? You a beast." But in the same token, you performed like shit, and they gave you the decision. You performed like shit, and they gave you the decision. That's right, Angelica. That's right. They gave it to him. Horrible. Boxing politics. What can we do? But at the end of the day, that's not consistency. Then you go up and fight John Ryder, and he smokes you. John Ryder smokes you. We're like, yo, who is that guy? Then John Ryder gets all this attention right after. Honestly, I gotta chill. I don't know if Danny wins. I gotta chill for real. I need to see who Danny is right now. You do, bro. Let's go back to when's the last time he fought John Ryder. Let's go back to, you know what I mean? Let's go back to when he fought John Ryder. He fought John Ryder 2022. Not too bad. Pretty bad. Not too bad. I don't know what you did in the last 2 years. I don't know what you did in the last 2 years, Daniel Jacobs. I don't know. I don't know what you've done. I we see that you're not in the gym. La la D, what's going on? What's going on? Um, let's be honest. I need to know, ladies and gentlemen. Smash a like button. I need to know. I might pick Berlanga Jacobs because missing in action. He's missing in action. He's missing in action. What's New York gonna be betting? Who's New York gonna be betting on? Ladies and gentlemen. All right, where we at? 50-50, guys? It's 50-50. We got 60 votes, guys. 60 votes. And we got, Berlanga's up one. Now Berlanga's up in the lead. You see what we got? Now it's 50-50 again. You see? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. We need to know who's going to win this fight. I need a decisive winner. And 2% is not very decisive, but I'm just trying to get out of this poll. Is this fight that fire? Look, I got the fire emojis in the comments. If this fight is fire, send me some fire in the comment section. If it's that fire. Really? Okay, here we have it. We finally got our 2% separation. 52% of y'all believe Edgar Berlanga wins the fight. Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico. So there it is. Good night. Appreciate that one. Let's get into the next poll. All right. I bet you if we do another poll another day and then another day, we might get different results each time. You know what I mean? So hopefully that fight actually stops becoming a rumor and actually happens. And that's a good fight. I think that fight means something for both fighters. You know what I mean? Mill City, we're we're taking we're we're taking what we can get. Right, right, right. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we also got Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. But what I love about it is free TV. I could deal with that though. I could deal with that. Smash the like button. Netflix is gonna be lit. They're projecting the most viewership in all combat sports. All combat sports. July 20th. Boston, what's going on? Valid poll. Should you already know? Let's get it. Next one. Who wins this fight? Let's have fun here, guys. Who wins this fight, guys? And then we're getting after this one. We're getting into the poll. I mean, we're getting into the call-ins. Oops, there goes my TV. Uh, who wins this fight? Okay, Boo Boo, Morell. Another rumor. Now this one, I'm expecting people to vote on this one. Like this one right here. When we talk about two guys that have more experience than the fight that we just mentioned, this is that fight right here. You know, David Morrell passes the eye test for everybody. Boo Boo Andres has, never had a real marquee win when it comes down to notable name, superstardom. I think that Eddie Hearn did a good job with him, but I also think that campaigning with Eddie knows a fair spot in the game. And this is what I'm going to tell you what the fair spot of the game is. Al Heyman pays the fighters, and they're probably more popular than all these guys that we're mentioning that Al Heyman has, right? But he pays them more, pays them a lot more, right? To the point that we start to see some of these networks not supporting boxing anymore. And I'm not gonna lie, it has a lot to do with, PBC. You know what I mean? Top Rank, they're saying that they might have a situation with, ESPN, that they might be leaving to ESPN. That would be a shame. I would like to see how that works out. But regardless of the fact, this is an amazing fight. Um, I talked about this fight before. We have two southpaws coming at each other here. Okay, we still have Boo Boo Andres that we don't know if he's a real 168 pounder. We really don't know that. We don't know if this is the two difference, right? There's a difference between who you are at your prime and what you're settle, what you want to settle for when it comes to the division. For instance, the other day I said to myself, "Hey, why don't I, do a couple pro bouts just to show some of the viewerships how I could move, right?" And then my number, I came into it. I'm like, damn, I used to campaign at 52 as an amateur. I didn't really care. I wasn't doing no diets. So I'm thinking, hey, 47 would have been my weight. But I said, hey, the fights that I'm gonna do ain't gonna mean shit. What? I'm gonna fight the same dudes that Devin Haney fought in his first 3 fights. You know what I'm saying? 3 or 4 fights. I'm gonna fight the same dudes. I'm gonna go to Mexico. I'm gonna find them. I'm like, yo, where you at? Where you at? Hey, yeah, I got $1,000 for you. You want to fight me? 4 rounds. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? 250 a pop. Let's go. Oh man. But it is one thing about you can campaign at your prime and what you decide to end your career. Come on, man. Cotto was no 160, 154 pounder. He was a 47 prime, like a strong 47. In reality, he was doing all that knocking out at 140, really. Danny Garcia knocking everybody out at 140. Where's he at now? He's thinking about going to 160. It's where he's comfortable. So, is that what it is with Boo Boo? You know? Is that what it is with Boo Boo? The Mon Nicholson can't really tell you. Can't. It's not telling you much. Not. You know what I mean? Before that, we had the Irishman, Quigley. You know what I'm saying? Quigley, not really telling you much. So granted, he did break his jaw in the second round, which is pretty. If it's impressive, it's impressive. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Maybe you just he wasn't drinking his milk and he was drinking all the Guinnesses. You know what I mean? Arr. But anyways, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into the matchup just a little bit more in depth, and then let's get to Collins, man. I need to get to Collins. I need to talk to some people. Matter of fact, let's get to Collins right now. Let's get to Collins right now. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling happy. But we all got to talk about this. Smash a like, and listen, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel as well, guys. We're definitely building up. We hit 20,000 subscribers. Last week, and we're growing every day. Okay, we're almost at 21,000. So help us get to our next goal. All right. We're gonna get the call-ins. Call-ins are now available, ladies and gentlemen, on Instagram Live. Okay, so if you haven't called in before, it's Mill City Boxing on Instagram Live. So just follow me on Instagram, and you can come in and voice your opinions, ask any questions y'all like, and appreciate each and every single one of y'all for tapping in. Appreciate y'all. Let's go. And let me also tell people on the Instagram 1 second. Subscribe. Alrighty. First caller, my man Claremore, right up in here. Early. Let's go. Let's get into it. Let's get into all the topics. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. And also for the people that are not members, become a member of Mill City Boxing. The link is in the comments. Claremore Rain in the building. What's going on, Claremore?
Chilling, Millie. Salute to the whole entire chat. Salute to you. Hit the smash. I said hit the smash the like button. Your freeloaders, your damn freeloaders. You're in the building. Hit the like button.
Free. It's free.
It's free. Your freeloaders. I'm confused about this David Morell. Boo-boo.
Not yet, nigga. Not yet. Hold on. Let me get to the first one. I want to hear your thoughts because I'm hearing you in the chat going crazy. You have mixed thoughts about this Edgar Berlanga and Daniel Jacobs talk, man. I'm here. I'm watching you, right? Talk to me. It's been
Listen,
2 years. It's been 2 years since he got smoked by John Ryder.
Big facts. Big facts. And that's the whole thing, right?
Then he got smoked by Gabe Rosado after that too.
Right. But I mean, we're talking about Edgar Berlanga here, right? Like, I know everybody wants the Puerto Rican pretty boy, the terror squadian, you know what I'm saying, to shine. They want to see him step up and do, but the reality is the man hasn't gotten the rounds in. He needs rounds. Danny Jacobs gives him an opportunity to get those rounds in. I think Danny can take him into the deep waters. You know what I'm saying? He needs more rounds. He needs a good competitive fighter in front of him. Because after Danny, it's over, bro. Ain't nothing but killers left for him. This is his last chance to really show something right now. And in New York, it's a nice look for him. In Brooklyn, the Barclays Center, Brownsville's finest. You know what I'm saying? Stepping in the building, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that look that you're looking for. Now, at first, I said I thought Danny was gonna win. I ain't gonna hold you, right? But I had to think about it and remember that he's been gone for 2 years.
I started yapping, right?
Yeah. Well, I can't remember the dude in the chat was like, "Yo, you crazy? You've been laid off for 2 years." I forgot. I didn't think about that when I wrote that in. When you chat, once you type and you hit send, it's over. It's gone. It's in the universe. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I think this is a fight Edgar can win without a doubt. This is for him to win, and it's a big fight. Brooklyn in New York, it's going to help his status, going to help build his value up. It's a good fight for him. I think Gabe Rosado is the fight that I want to see. I think Gabe would do it to him. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? I think Gabe would do it to him. But at the same time, I'm sure his handlers are gonna protect him because he's the big star in the making. He's the big star in the making. He's a eventual Canelo fight or Munguia fight or David Benavidez fight.
But
or David
all those fights you just mentioned can stop that big payday.
Yeah.
And let's not even talk about Munguia.
Exactly. So he got it. I think Danny Jacobs is his best shot. You know what I mean? To get that last, like, I'm that guy in there so he can get into these big fights. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, David Morell want a piece of Edgar, bro. Pause. David, like, give me some Edgar, bro. I want to get him out the way because I'm really the guy right now. David Morell really the guy right now.
Well, that will catapult his career to stardom too.
David, right?
Yeah, beating Edgar. I think everybody wants an Edgar opportunity to catapult the career.
Right.
Because like you just said, you said it best than anything else. Like he just hasn't got them rounds in, but got the popularity.
He's that guy. And you want to get him early. You want to get him because the reality is Edgar got the foundation to be that guy. It's just he hasn't got the rounds and he just hasn't been, he hasn't been tried true yet. So if you want to get Edgar right now, somebody like David Morell, you want to get him now while he still is wet behind the ears, you could say. You know what I'm saying?
I was looking at the resume though. Remember Daniel Jacobs 81% KO ratio. The quality of the opponents that he's knocked out versus Edgar, they're like, we're talking probably like 10 spots a difference every single one. Yeah, so that's just what that is. I don't know. Paperwork can only speak so much.
Right.
But I will say one thing. Deryachenko was Edgar Berlanga's stablemate, a guy that he was sparring. Now, the Munguia fight with Deryachenko kind of was like it could have went either way type of thing. You know what I mean? A lot of people want them to run that back. So I seen that listening to interviews. Edgar was trying to get that fight. So Edgar entertaining a Daniel Jacobs is a step up due to the fact that he did beat, Deryachenko.
Right.
Deryachenko gives everybody hell anyway.
Exactly. You can't, at the end of the day, the eye test is going to tell the story, and the eye test says that Berlanga need more rounds, bro. You know what I'm saying? He looked good in his last fight, but he was supposed to look good. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, he didn't even look good until he looked good. Like, there was some holes in there still that we could still take away from what we saw in that fight. You know what I mean?
That a Daniel Jacobs can exploit?
Yeah, bro. There's holes that real dude. That's why David Morell, at the end of that fight, he was sitting out there. He was not impressed. He was like, "Yo, bro, send me that guy, bro. Hurry up and send me that guy." He's like, "That guy I saw in the ring, send me that guy, bro. Hurry up and get him over here."
The only thing that I noticed about Daniel Jacobs is his last couple fights, he's been kind of like getting
I'm supposed to be on Ramadan. I put some food in my mouth.
Oh
I
man.
ain't swallow it though.
Oh man. So
I'm cooking. I try to taste it right quick, but I'm allowed to taste it. I just ain't swallow it. But I almost went there. My bad. Go ahead though.
So I actually forgot exactly what I was gonna say. I ain't gonna hold you. The chat gonna kill you.
Yeah.
The chat gonna kill you. Listen, all right, Edgar, this is a good fight for him. This is a great fight for him. This is a dangerous fight for him. But I know what I was gonna say. Daniel Jacobs, his last 3 fights, I noticed a big difference in his speed. His speed and his instincts. They're not. They kind of left him. Because I'm gonna be real with you, Gabe Rosado got a whole bunch of experience. He's just not considered a sharp guy. You know, he used to be when he was younger. He's not a sharp guy anymore. He's seasoned. And he got beat by a guy that's not sharp, that's seasoned, that's just as seasoned as he was. So, coming into this fight, Edgar got the speed. Edgar probably does have the power. The thing about it, I think that Daniel Jacobs has the chin. I don't know.
With Edgar hit him in it?
He took shots with Canelo and Triple G. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but he's older now. He's just, I don't know.
Tell that to Barroso.
I don't know about that, bro. I see where you're going with it. I do see where you're going with it. So you're basically saying he could weather that storm and
I'm not saying he could weather the storm. I'm saying that if they coming into the humdinger, when they're gonna come into the humdinger stage, because like I said earlier, I don't think that Edgar could just outbox a Daniel Jacobs like that. I think that he's gonna be put in positions that he has to be in a humdinger.
Right, that's why I said in the chat before when I said he's going to be the boxer and Edgar's going to be the puncher. You know what I'm saying? Danny's going to win the rounds.
You could dish it, but can you take it?
Yeah. When Danny starts putting it back in his direction, how's he going to deal with it? When it turns around and it turns out that
when you get clipped because you're not that sharp, you're just fast. You're faster than Daniel Jacobs. You have you have more ability than him, but necessarily he's more technically sound of a better boxer than you
are. 100%, and I believe that's Danny's way to victory. And I think he's smart enough to know that. I don't think he's gassed on his own. I don't think he's drinking his own Kool-Aid. I think he knows where he's strong and he realizes where he's weak. And I think in his strengths, he can beat Edgar Berlanga. But I haven't seen him, and I don't know where he's at right now. You know what I'm saying? I always pictured him as a disciplined person. That's who I pictured in Danny. You know what I mean? Somebody who beat cancer, a strong person, a person who got grit, who's intelligent. If that's who's coming to ring, he's got the tools to at least, I'll tell you like this. If Edgar Berlanga beats a good Danny Jacobs, he's the goods, right? Like, he's the goods. Like, Edgar proves himself because Danny won't just lay down and give him this fight, bro. It's not going to happen.
Right. This fight going the distance favors who, you think?
I think it favors Danny. Outside of the politics, of course.
Politics are going to eat Danny alive.
Yeah, outside of the politics.
Do you think this is just a money grab for Danny? I'm calling him Danny. I know his name is Daniel, but I don't know. Do people call him Danny? Because I've been hearing a lot.
I've been calling him Danny too.
His name's Daniel Jacobs.
You think it would be a money grab for him?
Yeah, we haven't seen him in 2 years. The last opponent was John Ryder.
Then everything's in the air because if it's a money grab, that means that he's just trying to fix something right quick. That means that, like, if Dan, okay, I'm gonna say it like this:
he got a relationship with Eddie. Right? He has a good relationship with Eddie. Right? Eddie dumped him for a little bit. Nobody picked him up. I don't know if people know about that.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, he dumped him for a little bit. Nobody picked him up. So now this is just to pick up. I'm picking up the dump.
So
and boxing terms, and boxing terms, how these bigger ups view these boxers. That's what I'm saying. That's
Right. If Daniel Jacobs isn't back, if that's not what's in his mentality, if he's not back, if he's coming to get some money, if it's a money grab for him, then Edgar, I'm gonna give it to Edgar. I am. I'm gonna give it to Edgar. You need to be back, bro. If you're not back,
and the business of boxing, they'll know if Daniel's training, not training. They know all that stuff.
So if they're lining up this fight, they might know something. Because at the end of the day, Edgar is the star in training. They're trying to build Edgar.
And then they're gonna hit Daniel Jacobs with a with like a 7 week, 6 week notice.
So you're saying this fight's made for Edgar to win?
Let's see how much of say if this fight does happen. Let's see how much. As soon as the flyer comes up, we're gonna be up. Let's see how much time they give Jacobs for this fight, and I think that's gonna speak a lot.
Right.
I think that will speak enough for everybody. It's not like Jacobs could say, "No, I don't got enough time." Oh, no doubt. We'll get Deryachenko. He had a great fight with Munguia the other day. We'll get him anyway. And Edgar, he used to beat him up in sparring anyway. Or he had great work with him in sparring anyway. Easy just to like throw that out there. Well, wait a minute. Don't close the door. Wait a minute. I'll do it.
I wish Danny was out in social media a little more. I wish I'd see what he's been up to. I just don't know what he's been doing. I don't know what he's been up to, man. Like, yeah, I mean, you're right, bro. Like, if this fight's getting put together, it's getting put together in favor for Edgar. Edgar's who they're trying to build up, without a doubt. They're not going to risk Edgar. That's why Gabe ain't in there. That's why Gabe Rosado ain't in the ring with Edgar, straight up. Like, yeah, I hear you, Gabe. Yeah, I see you hungry, Gabe. Nah, Gabe, you ain't doing that to what we trying to do.
It's like, all right, Eddie probably tried to say, yo, listen, I would love to work with, Canelo, to work with Oscar to get the Munguia fight. But let's be honest, why would I add another head on the table to eat when I'm Canelo, I already sell. So, Eddie, that's why they were talking about Munguia going to PBC. Remember? But Eddie not letting go. That's not his fighter. Eddie not letting Edgar go up there. He got to come back to Papa eventually.
Right. 100%. Yeah, Eddie know how to play the game. He ain't playing that game like that. He ain't doing that at all.
Yeah, and Eddie gonna not just line up Edgar. He's gonna line up a couple guys too. He's you know what I mean. We're gonna be feeling some shit from Great Britain and shit. Oh, there he is, undefeated from Great Britain. You know what I'm saying? We'll go, okay, it's a good fight. Oh, and Edgar Berlanga next. Oh, okay, I got it. The Mobili dude, that Mobili dude, he just signed to Top Rank today.
Yeah, I heard you say that earlier. He's with Top Rank?
He just signed today, yeah.
Where did he leave from? Was he with Queensberry or something? Who was he with? No, was he with Matchroom? What was that in Billy?
He was with Queens.
Queens, okay.
Yeah. So,
I wonder what that's all about.
So let's get into the next topic, okay? And then also, phone lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys want to come and talk boxing, we got a couple lines open as well. So, getting in. Oh, we got another caller coming in. What's going on, champ? What's cracking?
What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm good.
What's your thoughts on Edgar Berlanga and Daniel Jacobs rumors? Can you hear me?
I got you.
What do you think about Edgar Berlanga and Daniel Jacobs? Rumors.
Brooklyn versus Brooklyn. I like it.
You like it?
Brooklyn versus Brooklyn. Yeah, that should be the title.
Who wins in your behalf?
Say it again.
Who you got winning?
I like Daniel Jacobs.
You like Danny in the fight?
Berlanga not much of a boxer to me. He was a knockout artist in the beginning,
Okay.
But as of now, he need a plan B, and he's slowly progressing on the skills.
A word. I like it. I like it. So coming into the next fight, Claremore, what's your thoughts when as soon as you seen the flyer with Boo Boo Andres and David Morrell?
Boo Boo Andre and David Morrell?
Yeah, I'm gonna let Claremore answer that, and then you can answer right after.
I'm curious as to what everybody's seeing. Like I know Boo Boo, who y'all remember Boo Boo to be, but last time we seen Boo Boo, he got weight bullied by David Benavidez. He wasn't a real 168 pounder, and his conditioning just after being on a snack program and working with Victor Conte and doing all them extreme things to make himself strong and have the best conditioning. That man was winded. David Morrell really could do 175 if he felt like it. I just don't see Boo Boo doing it with David. I think David's going to overwhelm him. I think David's going to do him worse than David Benavidez did him. Oh, wow! I like that. That's what I think. Wow.
Worse.
All I can say is I want to see Benavidez and David Morrell. That's what I really want to see. Exactly. How we talking about we really want to see that, but we think Boo Boo going to do something to David.
Yeah, but he got to. Yeah, but exactly, like he got to do something to get that fight.
Well, Boo Boo about to get.
So if Boo Boo's that guy, and if what Claremore's saying is gonna happens, he definitely getting that David Benavidez fight. Even if, like you said, if he got to go up to 175 to go do it, he gonna figure it out a way to get that fight. He gonna figure it out. So what's your thing, my man? What's your take? What do you think about Boo Boo? Do you think Boo Boo got a shot with Morrell? Do you feel like Morrell hasn't fought nobody and he's overrated? What's your thought? Do you think Boo Boo's overrated? You tell me what you think.
Boo Boo's not overrated. Boo Boo has skills. He just got his toughness. His toughness got checked. So we see how tough he is now in the ring. We know he has skills, but we saw some of his toughness. He has the skills to win. I don't know too much about David Morrell. I need to watch him a couple more times, and that's about all I can say. Watch David. I don't know too much about Morrell. Watch David Morrell. Go check him out, bro. I am. Yeah, I sure am. Bad for that.
You know why, bro? You know why? Because he's always ending the fight early. He got under 10 fights, so that's why he hasn't really seen him.
Yeah, right, correct. This is a good fight for David Morrell in his campaign to be, in the conversations with David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez and Jaime Munguia, or even go up to light heavyweight. This is a great fight for him, but this is a bad fight for Boo Boo. But Boo Boo might be in a position right now where he's looking for money. I don't know how he feels about it. Last time I checked, I thought Boo Boo was going back to 160. That's what I thought was happening at the end of that David Benavidez fight. So honestly, for me to hear he's going to be fighting David Morrell, it kind of threw me off a little bit. I ain't going to hold you.
Salute to my man Najee in the building. Yeah, I remember him saying that. You're right about that. I do remember Boo Boo saying that after the fight, 168 he was complaining, right? He was like, yo, I went up, I moved up, 2 divisions, now 3 divisions to go up here. So I thought about that as an excuse. You're right.
Yeah, but to see him talking about fighting David Morrell, I mean, out of everybody you could fight right now at 168, if you want to campaign at 168, David Morrell is like the Terminator. Like this is as bad as David Benavidez, like I said, or worse. I think that'll put him back on the map though if he win, because David Benavidez and Morrell is a big talks about that. So if he win that fight with Morrell, that'd be a good. That last fight would be forgotten. You know what I'm saying? You think he wants to run it back with David Benavidez? I think if he died in that fight. He looked like he was about to die in that fight. If he beat David Morrell, it would be a good pay-per-view comeback fight. Against David? If he beats Morrell, yes. David don't want to fight. David ain't fighting him. First of all, David ain't fighting him again because David got bigger fish to fry right now. He's trying to get into the mandatories for light heavyweight. He's trying to deal with his mandatories at.
He's trying to get in the Hall of Fame. Stop the cap.
He's not trying to fight. He's not trying to deal with no. I just don't know. I don't see why. I don't understand what Boo Boo is doing in the ring with David Morrell. It's confusing to me. I don't know. I just need to look at it more. I don't know why he's doing this. I don't.
You know why? You know why? You know why? Because in Mill City Boxing, I've been saying this shit for a long time. The bull is not a 168 pounder. He didn't even have power at 160. How many interviews you got to see me do with guys that been in the ring with him, not just in sparring, but live? Come on, you guys are getting it here. Right. You know what I mean? Listen to these guys. Look at perfect. Michael Fox's his brother. What's his name? My guy. You know who Michael Fox is from DC? And it, the welterweight 6-footer.
He sounds familiar.
You guys know in the chat his brother, his older brother. He's a barber. He's from DC. He fought David Morrell and Boo Boo Andres. He said he'll smoke him. He said that he said he'll smoke him, and he told me the same thing that I knew before, that Boo Boo don't got power like that.
That's what I'm saying. Boo Boo got that. You know, Boo Boo got the punch you don't see coming.
So this fight is for Morrell to get knocked out.
He got the flash knockdowns, the flash shots.
Boo Boo went to 168 to get knocked out by all the top guys. That's where he went to for the bag, to get knocked out for the bag at 168. Y'all can hate me for saying it, but it's the truth.
I don't hate you. So you thinking like this is...
He had an amazing amateur pedigree. He went to the Olympics. He did it all as an amateur. You know what I mean? Became a 2-division champion. And however he got it. One of them was suspect on how he got it because, it was just a vacant one. But at the end of the day, who else has he beat? Don't say Selecki. I don't want to hear it.
And he played himself taking that break, trying to act like he was trying to do something with Canelo. Canelo was even studying him.
I don't want to say Selecki because Daniel Jacobs knocked him out.
I want to let y'all know, Canelo Alvarez is the greatest fighter in the world. And if you ever want to talk about it, you can talk to me.
That you believe that he's the best fighter in the world?
Yes.
Why do you believe? Why do you believe he's the best fighter in the world?
Because he.
We're at 168 pounds. We're talking about that division. It's okay to talk about it.
Why not? I mean, why isn't Terrence Crawford the best fighter in the world? I got you. The only reason Terrence Crawford is the greatest fighter in the world is because Errol Spence gave him a chance for a fight. Before that, nobody really thought he was the greatest fighter in the world. Everybody knew he was the greatest.
Nah. He was in that. Nah, he was always in that top 5 discussion.
He was always. Yeah, he beat great fighters, but they were great nobodies.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. But how about this? All right, how about the so you think Spence?
You mean that they're not American? They're not American recognizable names. That's what you mean.
Correct. Yes, what I mean. Yep.
Yeah, but this is also a world-class sport. It's not an American sport.
Great. Mm-hmm. Exactly. This is a world-class sport, bro. He's a 2-weight class undisputed champion in the full belt era. He's the first man to do it. One of 2 guys to do it. Monster Inoue after him, just to show how hard it is for him to accomplish what he's accomplished. I'm not saying he's better than Canelo or nothing like that, even though I think he is. I don't think so. I'm not saying it for that, but I'm saying to say that nobody knew him before Errol Spence, nah, bro. And it wasn't he was given a chance by Errol Spence. He was the WBO champion, and he was the only way for Errol Spence to become an undisputed champion at welterweight division. He wasn't given a chance. Errol Spence took a fight to dare to be great. Yeah. That's why he fought him. It had nothing to do with a chance. That wasn't what it was. You know what's crazy? Terrence was ready to walk away, if y'all remember. Terrence was like, y'all don't give me what I want. I'm ready to move on. Why did he say that? I'm already cemented legacy-wise. I'm going to the Hall of Fame. I don't have to do nothing else. Errol's the one who needed Terrence to be considered one of the greats that Terrence was already. So Errol thought about that quickly and said, "Get that boy 50% and let him walk out to the ring first. Let's do a point flip." You know what Terrence Crawford need to do? You know what he need to do? He need to come to Philadelphia. He need to come to Philadelphia and fight my boy Jermain Ortiz. That's something to talk about. That's an easy argument.
Well, the thing that you went wrong with is when you said Terrence Crawford go to Philadelphia. That was the problem that you said right there.
Right. Boots need to come down here and see us. Boots need to go wherever Terrence tell Boots to go. wherever Terrence tell him to go, that's where he need to go. Whether that's 154, whether that's 160, whether that's you know what I mean, who knows? He's waiting for him to tell him. He's not talking right now. He has nothing to talk about. No, he's talking about money right now. Boots ain't the money move. Okay, but whatever Turkey say. The people like to spend money. Yeah. I can't tell. Look at pay-per-view sales. People are Fire Stick users. They don't even want to buy pay-per-views. They don't even want to support their fighters. So what I'm paying for
that part.
All right, but you ain't gonna pay him $1 million. You ain't gonna pay him $15
like Bernie. Yo, listen. The only thing that I liked what Bernie said, right? Because there's some things I don't like about what Bernie said. There's a lot of shit that I don't like what he say, but there's a lot of shit that he be making a lot of sense though. And listen, straight up, I posted it up today. It's my last post that I dropped. Make sure you guys check it out. We got over 180 people on the live right now on YouTube. So make sure you guys check out the video that I dropped with Bernie. Bernie said to Mayweather, he said, "Listen, if you got shit to say, if you got something to say, then why don't you go pay for it? Why don't you go pay for it?"
You making 300.
Then he said, "Shut the F up. Shut the F up. Shut the F up." He said it like 4 times.
Because Floyd Mayweather got his nerve to try to call Terrence Crawford out for trying to make some money where his name is Money Mayweather and all he did was go and make money. So how could you stand from your soapbox and scream out, make the biggest fights when, boy, stop it. Just stop it. You know what I'm saying? We want to shout you out and salute you for your greatness and what you've done, but you need to stop it right now. You need to stop it right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like the part like the part of saying that Boots never wanted the fight is like Boots need to get presented a contract. So that's the only thing that I discorrect. You know, I can't believe in any of that. But there's a lot of truth in what he says too. Also, Mayweather, why aren't you campaigning for Canelo to fight T-Bud, another black guy? You know what I mean? Why can't another black guy get money like you too?
I think he do got another black guy though. He just got this new guy that look like Javante. Yeah.
Nah, I'm not saying that as like, you know, brothers stick with the brothers, you know what I mean? No matter if you sign with me or not sign with me, you know what I mean? Like,
Floyd Mayweather's always
that's just how it be.
Painting the picture that he doesn't hate on fighters, right? He's a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. Everybody's a hell of a fighter. But when that might get in his face at the right time, he'll say something that sounds stupid, that sounds crazy, because it sounds like he be hating. Like him trying to set up a pay-per-view fight the same night Devin Haney was fighting Regis. Or him talking about Terrence Crawford fighting David Benavidez. That's hate in your blood, bro. As much as, what hell of a fighter my ass, bro. You be hating, bro. Whenever people look like they're about to do something that may supersede what you've done, all of a sudden you got all types of requirements and roadblocks and he should do this. What about you? You fought Andre Bird on your way out the door. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You didn't fight Keith Thurman. You didn't go fight Keith Thurman. You fought Conor McGregor. You know what I'm saying? That's what you did. You know what I'm saying? Now, we ain't made a lot of money. That's what's up. Made a lot of money. Yeah, make your money. But now Terrence is trying to make his money, and all of a sudden he need to go and fight David Benavidez.
And then when he did that, one, he went crazy. It's like, yo, Floyd, you came up from the low weight classes too. You know your ass would never go to 68, boy. Like, don't even talk that crazy shit. You would never go to 168. Fuck around and fight Jermaine Taylor or Hopkins and shit. Stop the cap.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. Canelo's gonna fight David Benavidez. It's gonna be his last fight. It's gonna be Cinco de Mayo weekend. Let's talk about it. Next year, Cinco de Mayo? When are you going to do that?
No. Canelo's last fight, it will be David Benavidez and Cinco de Mayo weekend. Let's talk about it.
What, next year you mean, right?
Maybe. If this is his last fight, that's what it's going to be. I don't know when, but it will be.
It's going to be a light heavyweight champion by that time. So is he going to come up to...
Canelo's fighting May 4th, Jaime Munguia.
He's going to come up just like he came with the fight. His last fight lost.
Okay, all right. Here's a question. Does David Benavidez become who Canelo's chasing once he becomes light heavyweight champion? Or is David Benavidez still chasing Canelo?
No, David Benavidez not chasing Canelo no more.
You know what scares me about that nobody talks about is if, like, say for instance, I'm okay with him fighting Bevo. What happens if he fights Better Beef and David Benavidez goes through a war that he's never the same, that he's not the same fighter anymore? Nobody talks about that.
Canelo not the same fighter no more. He lost his legs.
Yeah. I mean, he's not the same fighter. I mean, he never had legs like that.
He had a little bit with the body movement.
Yeah, but it's all from the hip and up. It's from the hip and up. You're just moving your hip. It's like practicing boxing. Like you have like a little bag and you throw it and then you slip it and then you throw punches and then you. So it's all head movement and.
So you felt like he was more of a flat-footed fighter like Danny Garcia, or?
Yeah, he's a flat-footed fighter that wanted to transition to be more of a mobile fighter, but you do what's best for you, what you can do. Don't try to do things that are not that you can't, that your capabilities are not there. You know what I'm saying? Don't Roy Jones, don't teach Chris Eubank Jr. to fight like you, because he's gonna get his ass whooped. And look what happened. He got his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Because and then that's gonna be a different whooping. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of why Anthony Joshua kind of went over to Ben Davis, right? Like ultimately it was like the way I fight, like with Derek, is like I appreciate you. You're a great coach and everything like that, but that's not how I fight, bro.
I even think, right? I think that it's great for a boxer to transition, to go around, use different coaches, grab different gems and stuff like that. Take the best out of it. But eventually you'll start to see throughout your career that I like where I started, how I got here. And they realize that after you go through a different coach, sometimes you go right back. Sometimes you go to two and then you go back. You know, Cotto went back to his uncle. You know what I mean? He went through a couple, you know. A lot of coaches that always go back. So that's just my take on that.
I got one thing for Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is number one right now over Tyson Fury. Let's talk about it.
Say it one more time.
Anthony Joshua is number one heavyweight in the world over Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is number two. Let's talk about it.
What about Alexander?
And what sanctioning body you speaking upon? What sanctioning body you speaking upon? Remember, Tyson got a belt still.
He do. I got my reasons why.
No, but what sanctioning body you speaking upon?
You're basically saying he's uncrowned, but he is the guy. Because a resume is probably what you're going to bring up.
Yes.
Because Anthony Joshua's resume. I understand what you're saying when you say that, but ultimately, though, they make belts, and there's definitely a unified champion in the heavyweight division, and there's a WBC champion in the heavyweight division, and a lineal champion as well. And Anthony Joshua doesn't check any of those boxes right now. But I agree with you that Anthony Joshua made a big statement. Look, as consistent as he's been for the past 11 months, 4 fights in 11 months, we got to applaud that man for that. Staying busy, and yes, his resume is second to none as far as those guys are concerned. He could be considered sort of an uncrowned king. I'll go with uncrowned king, but he's not the champion. But the day will come. He'll make it happen when we're going to find out who the best is. But I understand where you're coming from with your argument, though.
I have another reason why, including Francis Ngannou in this topic. Every fighter that Tyson Fury fought, that Anthony Joshua has fought, you can look it up. Anthony Joshua knocked them all out. Tyson Fury did. That's another reason why I say number one over Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury is a new knockout player, right? He's a new knockout puncher. Like that wasn't his thing. How you doing, family? Salute, family.
How you doing, man?
Yes, sir.
I just want to voice my opinion. I love
yes, sir.
Man. You know what? Man, what's up, man? I used to box in those shit, man, so I know a little bit about some. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I can tap in on whatever subject y'all like. I can talk about the David Morell. I do agree that Morell is gonna watch. You know, watch Boo Boo. That Boo Boo last fight, unfortunately.
Is it gonna be worse or just as good?
I believe Morell will beat him out of that faster than Benavidez because Morell feet, he got way better feet than Benavidez. And Morell cut the ring off. Cut the ring off.
Can you get closer to your phone so my YouTube channel can hear?
Oh yeah, Morell is a master of cutting off that ring. A lot of people haven't seen it because they haven't seen a lot of rounds for him. But Morell is a very, very smart fighter. His IQ, I believe, is a little higher. Unfortunately, even though Benavidez had more fights with him, I see Morell get Boo Boo out of there like full.
He got that Cuban amateur background, bro. Them boys come over here boxers, bro. They know how to they come.
But one thing about Morell, when he sees that small window, he doesn't second this. Like if he see you, if he stumble, if he get a good shot on you, Morell will take you out. You know, Benavidez, he's gonna come straight at you, but you know, he's trying to get into the feet work. He be working on. To me, Benavidez be working on stuff while he's kind of still dominating. You know, Benavidez is a come get you killed, but Morell is more of a, you know, he can box. He got a little bounce to him. His reflexes is way better than Benavidez to me. You know what I'm saying? So I believe Morell, Boo Boo, after Benavidez, you don't want to fight no Morell. Not right back though. No sir. I
thought he was going to 160. I thought he was leaving. I thought he was
going to go back down too. I honestly thought he was going to go back down and go on and fight Jamal Charlo.
Right.
They need to go on and they both got their, you know, Jamal been out for 3 years or whatever. Boo Boo just got worse after not fighting well, he had a little tune-up against
Ziki, whatever his name is.
Whatever this guy was, but like I say, I believe somebody did say Boo Boo was
Zuleki.
I got
what was his name?
Zuleki.
Zuleki. Yeah. And that was just a one fight. He didn't even just watch that dude like that. So you should already knew from one fight straight to David Benavidez. And honestly, Canelo been running. Everybody knows what's up. Just call it for what it is. Canelo been running. He don't want that smoke. I respect it. But David Benavidez is the king of 168. Let's just call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I believe Morell is right behind him. You know, and Berlanga, they just trying to keep him in the mix because he Puerto Rican. Berlanga might get beat by Danny Jacobs.
That's what I'm saying. He might. It depends on what Danny Jacobs show up.
Nobody can say anything on what Jacobs been doing. Right. Nobody been seeing what Jacobs been doing. If Jacobs been in the ring how he's supposed to, he's gonna beat Berlanga. And I wouldn't be shocked if Canelo try to fight him again because he already fought. Because Canelo you know, I just feel like Canelo messing up the game because just get a belt up. You got the name already. You gonna get paid regardless.
I think if Daniel Jacob, I think they're gonna catch him lacking, and I think that he's gonna lose on the cards.
Who, Danny?
Yeah, he's not the favorite. He's not going. He's not the favorite.
The politics will get the best of Jacob.
How he got gifted that Gabe Rosado fight. This payback's gonna happen, but he's gonna get paid for it though. He's gonna get paid for it though.
But see, David Benavidez and David Morell would fight if David had a belt. Canelo got all the belts. I don't see why, you know, the sanction bodies, like you say, WBC just basically just backing up Canelo because he's supposed to had to vacate at least 2
Take that shit out of here.
But you know why? He makes $50 million a fight, bro.
And all the sanction bodies want that 3% off of that $50 million compared to fighting, you know, making about $10 million.
Nah, I think it's the Canelo tip.
Yeah.
The gratuity. The gratuity. You know what I'm saying? The gratuity be nice. The gratuity be nice.
30% for all we know. You know what I'm saying? But that's why ain't nobody saying nothing. Right. Jermain got stripped. It wasn't even a whole year. Wait. Terrence got stripped 3 months after he 3 months after. The only sanction about it, but they didn't do that to Canelo. Come on now. But I feel like drinking my times on the beach, been sitting on those 2 belts. Where Canelo is right now, where the money is, whether he had the belts or not, he's still gonna get paid. So I don't understand why they would stop the whole division, because it's a lot of championship fights that could be happening in 168. That's the only reason why David leaving. Because now if he fight munguia, Berlanga, them a championship fight supposed to be. So it's no point to fight those fights without if the money and the belt is not there. That's why David Benavidez is going up to 175, which is smart.
Check this out.
Don't wait. Inactivity be killing these fighters. Also, that's my complaint with Terrence. I love Terrence, bro. I'm a fan of Terrence, bro. Shout out to Terrence Crawford. I love Terrence, bro. But you gotta let go of them belts, bro.
Yeah.
That's the same thing, because Boots is the king, right? He's the new king. Right.
I bet we're gonna find I don't know if y'all seen the Jamal Charlo. He's back in the gym working with Shields. How much you want to make a bet that we end up getting Caleb Plant news like next week? Now that
I believe so, but I hate to say Jamal needs one more fight before he fight Plant. I can't say Jamal again. You sure do.
I mean,
he needs to fight. Boo Boo and Jamal need to fight at 168.
But
what Charlo we talking about? The big Charlo?
But they giving Boo Boo the bag. They're like, yo, make my man a superstar. They're giving him the bag.
Yeah, Big Charlo should fight Boo Boo at 168.
Good fight.
Big Charlo already though.
Great fight.
Big Charlo need to fight Caleb. That boy done slapped you in your mouth in front of the world, bro. But I want to be respectful to say Jamal didn't look that good to be fucking with Plant right now. Plant don't get it. Plant don't get him. He more acclimated to that weight. Plant best got better feet than Jamal.
Nah, look at and then loser. Look at winner. Winner fights winner. Loser fights loser in that. Think about it. Caleb Plant, Charlo. Loser fights the loser of Boo Boo and Morell, which is probably gonna be Boo Boo. So we're gonna see. So we're gonna get to see that fight. You know what I'm saying? But it's the money. It's the money. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to teach y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I know.
I do feel like Plant has became like the measuring stick for 168. 100%. He the gatekeeper. If Plant fight David Morell, I feel like that sells. That's the money fight. That fight makes more sense. And if he beats David Morell,
maybe Jamal Charlo don't belong at 68 either. Maybe he don't belong there. Maybe he beats Boo Boo, but he don't beat nobody else.
If he beat him,
because I have Charlo beating Boo Boo, but it's not easy.
True. I don't think so.
I think Boo Boo could beat him.
At 160. I think that's a 50-50 fight.
Yeah, I'm going off of the guy that's sharper and punches better. But besides that, the slicker guy is Boo Boo. Defensive, Boo Boo. Offensive, Charlo.
I agree with that, 100%. No matter what anybody wants to say about Charlo against Jose Benavidez and how he looked in that fight, for somebody who didn't fight for 2.5, 3 years, or 2 years, 2.5 years, that jab was still there. He still got one of the best jabs, the hardest jabs right now. But you got to look at who he's doing it to. That's the only thing I say. Right. Jose ain't. He came in late. See, Jose was disciplined for that. Jamal got to be. Well, not Plant. I'm not talking about Plant. I'm talking about. I want that same fade he got. Yeah, no, Plant is different. It's a different animal. I still think Jamal ain't 100%.
Strictly boxing. Thank you for tapping in.
That's what I'm trying to say, right? I'm trying to say, if you put that fight against Jose Benavidez in perspective, Jamal is still kind of there. He has so much to get better. He needs to level up so much more still. So when you see that fight against Jose Benavidez, it's like, all right, he can't like that. That Charlo wouldn't beat Boo Boo, but I would expect a better Charlo than that one. Hey, I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench out there. What should have happened? Jamal, since he was out for 2 years, he should have fought Danny Jacobs. That's who should have fought, because They got past beat. Right. That fight really got won. I wish I would have seen it back then. Yeah, you talking about that? That's a good fight style. Right.
Yeah, but you know what it was? People weren't trying to lose their ace back then.
But now, what you call it said it the best. You can't name none of the top fighters right now fighting top fighters. It's a horrible time in boxing. Nobody's fighting top fighters. That's why I say I don't understand why David Benavidez has not gotten that vacated belt from Canelo, because that's the only guy I can say out of every division.
And going off of what Strictly Boxing said that I'm at least double up on is that when he was throwing that love to Canelo, one thing that we can go and say, guys, is the route to undisputed. Canelo probably had the best route of undisputed, getting these belts individually. I don't care if you want to go and say it was Liam Smith, it was Rocky Fielding.
Nah, he did his thing.
I don't want to hear
it. The only thing about that, a lot of these fighters, they get to the top and they don't. They it's like they try to get there so fast, they don't want to fight no more top guys no more. And that's why I can understand. That's why I'm saying I'm not going, because I'm a big Gervonta Davis fan. I'm going to say this. I love the way the guy's being moved. You can say what you want, but Devin ain't going nowhere. Devin is 25 years old. He's not going nowhere. Shakur, not going nowhere. If you look at Gervonta, is the only guy that's beating guys different weights. He's beating long guys, tall guys, boxers, power punchers. And now I feel like he's going to knock out Frank Martin, even though it's still a good fight on paper.
Tank Davis delivers.
Period. And it's the way he does it, and you can say who he fights and all that, but it's always the next person he's fighting. It's not the same. It's not a one-trick pony guy. He's not picking a lot of guys with the same style. He's beating these guys.
But the truth, look, he goes, Errol Spence got a fight by fight. Yeah, but my brother, only 3. Basically, what you're saying is Errol Spence did all the work for Terrence Crawford. So you're kind of going off of what I'm saying.
He just needs to get off of that high horse of beating Errol Spence, because at the end of the day, that's my boy too. But respectfully, he should fight Boots Ennis, honestly. That's still undisputed fight. I understand it's a money fight. Don't get it twisted, but you can take it to Saudi Arabia. It ain't about money no more. Well, that's the thing that needs to happen. So I'm sure Saudi Arabia would have put up the money. And then it'd be an undisputed bout. He won't lose no credibility if he lost the Boots.
It seems to me it was like Errol Spence is the route to undisputed. Fighting Jermain Ennis is the best fighting the best. And it just happens to be that the way boxing is, you could be holding those belts, brother, and you might not be the best.
For sure. Agree, fact. I agree.
Say amen if you believe in me.
When them sanctioning bodies don't want you to have that belt, they take that belt from you. They give you a mandatory. If you don't take the mandatory, they take it. But like I say, Crawford has the name now. I just don't understand. When you get the name, you don't need the belts. Right. You need to let go of the belt. Respectfully, Gervonta is living proof. If not, just keep one of them. You're still a champion there.
People.
Yeah,
people. He's not gonna get paid. He's not gonna get paid more.
Like Boots is really. Who else you can fight at 147? Lead the belt. Nobody. He leaving. But that's why IBF stripped his ass, because they was already talking about having to fight for Earl at 154. And they like, what the fuck is going on while all 4 belts for not fighting the weight class? That's a fact. That don't make no sense.
Yo, cause look at peep game. Cause if Tank wanted to be an asshole, check this out. He would have been like, this is what I've been getting paid in my last 5 fights. And now I'm the WBA champion. So I need to get paid this much now.
Tank didn't even want the belt. But now, you go back to when Cambosos had all 3 of them. Right. Tank told him, man, you keep the belt. I don't even want the belt.
Now, Tank, if you're seeing this, don't take these words and use them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, I'm giving you props, Tank. Basically saying that, like, you ain't going out your way to go be a dickhead with these promoters and saying, now I'm the WBA champion and I gotta be treated a little bit differently. No, it has nothing to do with that.
What he's saying is, I sold 1.2 million pay-per-views. I gotta be treated differently. That's what he's saying.
Because he like that. Because ain't nobody else did.
Right. But at the end of the day, everybody's going to use whatever leverage they got. Whatever it is that they got in their pocket, they're going to let you know this is in my pocket, and they're going to make it. Tank just does a better job of walking it and talking it. He ain't going to talk about it too much, but ultimately, at the end of the day, he's going to be like, no and yes. That's how he's going to be like.
But I say no. Tank going to fight Shakur before Devin. I don't even know if he's going to fight Devin. On Javante and Devin fighting only because of the size. They're getting out of the size range. At the end of the day, but that weight fight at 140 coming in at 165. That is bullshit. And Devin looks fucking good at 160. Devin is not the first person. 165 in that fight. Devin is the pro rate. Devin is not the first person to come in the ring 165 at 140. When Rolly Romero fought Tank Davis, supposedly he came into the ring like 160 that night. Rolly came in the ring like 160 that night. I'm not gonna put Rolly and Devin in the same.
Yeah, because one's a retard.
But I'm just saying the weight ain't the issue. It's the skill set. It ain't the weight.
I'll fight Rolly 20 pounds over before I fight Devin 20 pounds over. I'm gonna say that much. Now, we ain't gonna be no damn fool. Tank ain't no fool now. No. He's a very smart.
You're like, you're big, but you suck. You're big, and you're good.
Because Rolly wouldn't even supposed to be the champion right now. It's some money in
But I don't think that Devin has a better skill set than Tank though.
We don't know. That's why that's what it comes down to.
Nah.
But if you really look at it,
he has an amazing jab, but don't get that shit twisted upon the whole skill set of a boxer. Like don't do that.
Devin got a good skill set, but
no, it do. I said it's not better.
He's a one-trick pony.
No, he's not. He's not. He's a great boxer. He's just not no goddamn Tank Davis.
Man,
but even if Tank didn't have the power, like if he didn't have this power, he's still a better boxer, bro. If you really look at it, like Shakur says, if you really see it, if you know what you're seeing, it's different. All right, I'll give you an example.
One fighter that tried to walk down there.
Name me one. Hold on. I got to answer for that. Ready? Name me one fighter that was just as big as Devin.
No, he's always
that he fought?
Yes.
That Devin fought?
Yes.
Nobody.
So why would you want a small guy walking down a big guy? Let's make it make sense.
You wouldn't want that. But to me, you do not want to.
And guess what? Jojo Diaz did.
He tried to walk him down. He tried. But look what happened to Jojo Diaz.
Beat up.
But look though, Devin is smart too. He's caught. If you go down his last 5 or 6 fights, he's catching people at the right time too.
Bro, I've been talking about choreo. When I said choreograph, I meant it with not everybody, but the majority of boxing.
For sure. It's because, like I said, Regis Crowway. Look, he was on his way out. I ain't taking no shine away from Devin. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. Dominated, but he couldn't get the man out of there. If you getting hit that clean by somebody that got some power, it's a wrap. Devin showed he didn't have power at 135. So I'm not shocked he ain't got it at 140. But if he had power, that was more of a timing thing when he dropped Regis Crowway. He did not just power drop him. So I don't see Devin dropping nobody. That's why if Ryan Garcia went on this dumb shit right now, I would really think Ryan Garcia could possibly beat him. Because of the simple fact, Ryan has the speed and the counter to possibly, he has to swing and hit Devin in between punches. That's the only way you are going to land a punch on Devin. Right. Devin will get in and get out. Devin does not stand there longer than 3 punches. So in between those 3 punches, you need to do a step back, step to the side, whatever. Ryan Garcia does have a chance.
And Subriel Matias's case, just get on that bike and just pedal.
Oh yeah, but see, Matias, that's why they say
just pedal.
He could possibly beat Devin because that guy's coming.
Because the cards are on that side. Let's call a spade a spade. An ace is an ace. A side is a side. A side, Devin Haney doing wheelies on the dirt bike around the ring. And you outpoint them, unanimous decision, and we're all going to say the cards weren't that spread apart.
Like I say,
and we're getting into a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back.
said Orion? You talking about Orion?
Nah, I'm talking about Matias and Dev.
Oh, okay. You talking about Matias and Dev?
Yeah.
Matias is the perfect fight for Devin Haney, bro. That's a perfect fight because
they're perfect for each other.
Yeah.
To be real,
Devin is not going to knock out Matisse.
Never.
He gonna pepper him up.
Never.
I want to get back to the Devin part.
And on top of it, Matias, you could go and say, this people, when you're athletic, you get away with certain things. Matias is not like an athletic specimen, but he does things right with his footwork. Now with Regis, he's done different sports. He's athletic in his own way, but he doesn't have like great footwork. But he's more athletic so he does stupid shit. And when you do stupid shit, you get dropped. You know who else does stupid shit? Teofimo does stupid shit.
Teofimo I'm so disappointed in
you know what I'm saying? They're so good, but they do stupid shit.
Right.
Don't do stupid shit with a smart boxer is what I'm gonna say.
I think on the outside, T.O. fucking up. You know, he's getting, because I would have gave him more respect when he came up to 140 and then rematched Cambosis. He should have fought a top dog. He did. He fought two. You know, he fought Zepeda and Martin. Santine Martin. And really, honestly, he lost to Santine Martin. Zepeda was it Zepeda? Wasn't Zepeda? No, it was
He said it right. He said it right. He said Sandor Martin. Yeah. It was Sandor Martin.
Before Sandor Martin. But before that, he fought what? Zepeda?
He beat Campos. He beat him.
Yeah.
Campos gives people problems, but he beat him.
I still feel like where he was, and you know, he talked himself higher than to fight him. You see how Devin came straight up and fought for a belt, fought one of the top three. Unfortunately, he fought top three, but on paper, he was top three. I say that. But what do you think? You feel like he didn't do that? He feels like that was Regis was the top guy supposedly at 140. He exposed that he wasn't really the top guy. Right.
You know, but his second chance to a title was Zepeda. Who did Zepeda really beat?
Nobody.
Like Coach Kenny said, how did Regis Prograis get here?
Nobody can't even tell me the last 5 fights of Regis Prograis. Besides the Josh Taylor, after Josh Taylor,
but because he has a WBC, everything I say sounds like a casual statement.
It's like T.O. and Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor wasn't the Josh Taylor.
And I'm cool with Regis. Like, I'm cool with Regis.
Josh Taylor had a good time. But Josh Taylor been talking about moving up. I want to say 2 fights before he fought T.O. Right.
I'm happy that Regis got paid what he got paid, though.
If he just shut the fuck up
he had a good financial career.
But see what T.O. trying to do, he's trying to hold the belt. He win, and then he sit out so he can get like somewhat of a tune-up fight, so he ain't got to fight no top dog.
People like Regis in boxing don't get those opportunities to get that type of money.
For sure.
They don't get those opportunities.
But see, Teofimo would be getting the money if he would have been fought Devin when he was on his high horse at 135 for the undisputed. He fucked himself, just like Shakur Stevenson. I'm a big fan of him. But they fucked themselves when they didn't fight Devin Haney. Shakur should have fought Devin Haney. Period. Shakur messed that up without 25%. And listen, let me tell you, at the time, I was like, yo, I was with Shakur. I'm like, man, he went to purse bid, bro. Why? I felt like Devin Haney ran away from the situation. But looking back,
smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Become a member of Mill City Boxing. The link is in the comments as well. Kind of lost my voice. I don't know if I'm screaming. Smash the like button. I'm gonna be turning on the live in just a second. It normally taps you out in like an hour. So you guys are lucky. You know what I mean? Minimum wage por aquí. Minimum wage por aquí. But we're giving you guys something extra. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Phone lines are now open, ladies and gentlemen. They are now wide open. 2 spots available, ready to go. We're going 2 for 2. Smash that like button. All right. tapping Claremore because he was in the middle of his conversation. I noticed that you be in the middle of the conversation and then they tap you out, right?
Yeah, they love it. They love to do me like that. It's all good.
So,
I want the old boy to come back. The old boy was I don't know what his name was, but I liked him.
It was Gino, right?
I don't remember. I did not see his name, but I don't know if he probably like, man, they kicked me out. They don't want me in here. Yo, bro, hit the like and get back on the gram, bro. That's not how we feel about it.
I forget who it was. I forget if it was. I think it's Gino. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try. Maybe it is. Yeah. Get good luck.
But he was saying was on point about the Shakur situation because I was feeling the same way. I was feeling like there he is. All right, what's your name, family?
Oh, Eugene.
Eugene, all right.
Eugene.
What's up, Eugene?
What's up,
Eugene?
Eugene?
I'm Golden Glove champ, man, out of 225 boxing, man.
Golden Glove champ. See, I like talking to people that box.
Yeah. I was over there at Savannah and all that with all them guys when they was coming up. You know, I have a friend by the name of Highland Williams. He actually sparred Shakur, Jesus Mendez, a tough guy. That's the guy. That was one of my best friends. He's gotten into a lot of trouble right now, but that's the last guy that beat Terrence Crawford in the amateurs. Remember that. Jesus Mendez. You can look it up.
I know who you're talking about.
That's my boy.
I know.
Unfortunately, he's done, so that'll never happen. But I know where he should be at, though. You know. And shout out to my boy Highland Williams. He's still in the boxing game. He's teaching guys, and he's been in the game a minute too.
So look at this remark right here. Let's talk about Tank ducking Shakur. See,
nah, it's not the right time. It's not the right time. Shakur ain't done nothing at 135. Honestly, to call out Javante's name yet, to just money wise. Everybody want to see the fight. All the real boxing fans would like to see that fight, but it's not behind it. Especially after De Los Santos, Shakur need to rematch De Los Santos and get De Los Santos out of there, and then we can maybe talk about something like that. But right now, Shakur's still 135. He only had 2 fights.
Yeah, it's not the right time for Shakur and Javante.
Not the right time.
I feel like Javante needs to.
You think he'll give it to him though?
Fight is a good fight.
You think he'll give it to him the rematch?
I think you talking about Javante?
Nah, Shakur giving De Los Santos a chance. You know.
I honestly don't think he won. I don't think he won it.
I don't think he won it.
I don't think he won it. I think De Los Santos will sign up immediately. I think De Los Santos will sign up for that fight immediately. And I feel like that's the only best thing right now. If who else is he gonna fight? Unless he gonna go up to 140. Now he'll throw some sugar. He'll throw some salt in the game if he go up to fight Batista. Then he can get whoever he wants after that.
Right now it don't look good for him getting a Tank fight after that performance.
Yeah, because
it's gonna look what messed I think what messed him up a little bit worse, and a lot of people don't talk about it, but shout out to I think it was KO. They was like knockout boxing or something. They did like I don't know, Shakur pulled up in one of their channels and he was saying that, you know, the way you fought De Los Santos, you ain't gonna get those scorecards like that with Tank Davis. And when he said that, I said, this dude's just speaking the truth. Like, he's speaking 100% the truth. And if you could do the same performance, you're just gonna lose if you do it.
Yeah. And if he don't do that performance, he's gonna get knocked out. So it's like you pick your poison because Javante is actually the all-around fighter. He has good feet. He got good IQ. He got the power. He could fight He could fight a southpaw fighter just as good as he fought an orthodox fighter. And I believe he's might.
I want to see a De Los Santos and Tank fight before I want to see a Shakur and Tank fight. How about that?
That's the type of move.
How about that? Claremore, you stay quiet. How are you not going to give me that energy that I deserve?
Yeah. Hold on. I got something
De Los Santos, to me, De Los Santos, but honestly, he'll get knocked out.
You said you want to see Edwin De Los Santos versus Tank Davis before you see Shakur versus Tank, right?
Yeah. I want to see De Los Santos and Tank.
I agree as far as how exciting that fight's gonna be.
Yeah.
And crazy that fight is.
Because that's why I watch boxing. I don't watch boxing for anything else. I only watch it for the fight. I don't go, oh shit. I like the way he dresses. I like his chain. I like his new girlfriend. I don't do any of that. I like the fight.
I like his purse.
I like his outfit. I like his outfit coming into the ring. Oh, I love the way his amateur career came out. Oh my goodness, I'm a super fan. Nah, man. I'm into the fight. I'm into the bet. I'm into the bet. I'm into the fight.
I think a boxing fan like you would love to see that sweet science in between Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis break down, watching Tank Davis try to break through what Shakur is trying to do, watching Shakur having to be forced to be a dog, having Shakur force Gervonta to be. Listen, Calvin Ford says this every single time he gets an opportunity. We have not got an opportunity to see Gervonta Tank Davis go into his bag yet. He says it all the time.
And if you really watch it, Tank beats these guys differently. He's not beating these guys the same way. Same outcome, but he still beats them. Whether he got to go get you, whether he'll give a little to take some. It's just you got to be able to take what Tank can get, because he can go get it. Tank can go get it. Tank can cut that ring out. With De La Santos, I don't know what was wrong with De La Santos as far as cutting that ring out.
Because he thought that left hand was waiting for him.
Yeah, but
he was scared of that left. He didn't know what that left was. He thought that left was
but like I said, De La Santos is explosive, but I think Tank, he set too many traps for a fighter like De La Santos. Yeah. De La Santos will get trapped in one of those traps, and then it's over.
De La Santos can fight.
He can fight, but why didn't he fight? Only reason, just feel me on this.
Huh?
The only reason why I say that is because he could fight, but he could not. He respected Shakur Stevenson, a puncher that's not even a puncher. Right. He respected him too much. Exactly. And he was going into that fight a bigger puncher than Shakur. Why would you even respect the Shakur?
Because I feel like there's a little bit more to not just the power part of it. If you're a boxer, right, you was in the Golden Glove, so check this out, right? You're in there with a guy that he does a lot of the things that you do well in there, right?
Agreed.
So he's doing a lot of things that you do well, and you know that he hits harder than you. But what happens with the smartness of Shakur, of that timing of whenever he wants to deliver, he just keeps sticking it enough that Edwin can't get into the range that he wants. So he's maintaining with a stiff jab that's always going to be respectable. It's always going to be respectable, right? But now look how he came into certain fights, right? He came into the Joseph Adorno fight. I'm thinking he's going to knock Adorno out. He boxes him.
He boxed him.
Then he goes to then he fights Ryu Venezuela and straight dogs him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
but see,
so now going into a fight with Shakur Stevenson, what type of De La Santos mentality am I gonna bring? What round am I gonna bring it at? And when am I gonna initiate those different types of styles? I bet you he was trying to box with him as well, and you seen that with the foot feints. There was there was more foot feints with both fighters than there was actual punches. And what's a foot feint in boxing? To get a reaction.
How many rounds do you need, experience-wise? How many rounds do you think before it's time to switch up? They didn't even throw 50 punches.
Right. He stuck with the game plan way too long. Like, why did he stick with it too long? He was nervous, bro. He didn't want to.
He didn't hit you.
And look. Those all things that you're saying could all play a part. Real rap, it could all play a part. You know what I mean? Like, I was one of those dudes, bro, that I fought in the Golden Gloves too. And I where I live is where they hold the whole New England Golden Gloves. So I performed in front of 3,200 people. I also fought in places that fit 500 people. I seen some of my stablemates that they could fight in the small shows, but they couldn't fight in the Golden Gloves. And that's just the smallest amateur scale versus imagine these pros when the seats start to become 15 from 5,000 all the way up to 20,000. You know what I'm saying? And I think in that fight, I think they only had like 8,500 or something like that. But still, it's the moment, it's the time, it's Vegas, it's different.
Oh, for sure. I agree. But look, I'm just calling for what I've seen. At the end of the day, Shakur could have done more, but he had a problem with his hand, But De La Santos, when I'm talking about levels, that was his chance to, I guess, make me feel like he had another level.
But he was making him look stupid. He's fighting in there, not knowing that he's hanging in there with Shakur, right? But then when you watch the film, you're like, he just you think he's making you look stupid in there. But when you watch the film, you're in there, kid. You're in there. But every single time you go in there, he's over the top, over the jab. Over the top, over your jab. Every single and in your head, bro, you boxed. In your head, you feel like you're getting played.
But see, that's when you become. That's when. But I still say he was not cutting the ring off at all, though. At some point, Neil, you gotta get
frustration is a bitch.
But man, like I say, you know what you're dealing with. So at this, like, one thing I say about Devin, Shakur, if you watch how they beating guys, they beating them all the same way. I hate to say it, but they beating guys the same way. That's what makes them that talented. Because you know what they're gonna do, and you still can't do nothing about it. So you can't give more credit to Shakur because it's like he ain't making you do nothing else. But as a challenger, you know you have to beat the champion. Come on now. Shakur was supposed to land at least 13 straight punches before you got off Shakur's ass. Because if you press the gas and if his hand was really hurt, think about it. You would have won the fight. That was his opportunity. It was really. Shakur only won because he came in as the champion. Well, no, he didn't. I take that back. Well, like you said, but I think, like he said, that should have been a draw, and they should have fought for the belt again.
No. I won't say that he won because I think that landed punches. I think he outlanded. It's just there's not a big separation that everyone's like, oh shit. Like you could tell that he finessed it. You know what I'm saying? But not by much. Yo, I'm playing one. Hey, yo, I'm doing 4 rounds. I'm sparring with you, right? I got you. You didn't touch me shit in the first round.
The block that say 14 karat on it that the guy sells you for $20. He's like, oh, I'm living. He bought it. He bought a $20 chain and thought he walked away with gold. But see, that's what made my credit for De Los Santos go down a little bit because I honestly went into that fight. I was one of those guys. I was saying that this gonna be one of those fights for Shakur to really show. That's what I was saying. Show who he really is because I thought he was going to take Shakur out of his element, but he did. Shakur did the same thing he been doing, even though his hand was hurt or not. That's exactly how Shakur been fighting. Right. Yeah, he steps on the gas to people that's not going to come back forward. When he walked down Jermain Heron is more of a boxing, stamina guy. Heron going to start the first round the same way he finished.
Different temperature puncher. That's why.
Yeah, for sure. But like I said, he just outfast them guys. Trying to say is Shakur did what they should have been preparing for Shakur to do. They should have thought in their mind going into that fight that Shakur was going to do something like that. Why would they go into a fight with Shakur thinking they're going to get Shakur to either brawl with them or even walk them down? They should have known what Shakur was going to do, especially when you look at how he did with Nakatani. You know you're the puncher. You already know he's not trying to punch out. He's not going to punch. So how did you not have no adjustment? I knew that was going to happen. I just thought De Los Santos was a little bit more experienced than what I thought. Because De Los Santos came out there the same way he fought Rayo, Jose Venezuela. He came straight at him. But he didn't really, the way he was fighting Shakur is as if Shakur had power. That's my own opinion. I think he was respecting Shakur's power or something. He was scared that Shakur was going to make him look stupid. He didn't want Shakur to he didn't want to overcommit into boxing because I think in his mind he felt like that's where Shakur was going to make him look dumb. He wasn't thinking about getting hurt. He was thinking about being made to look foolish, getting hit in between punches and missing all crazy and everything like that. He didn't go for it, bro. He didn't go for it.
Damn, X Style Blenders X. Thank you for the $5. The first super chat of the day. Appreciate you for stepping in. My guy fought with a broken hand. De Los Santos walked like he was a prime Tyson. If dude not a big puncher and he's soft, why not go all out? Question mark. Appreciate you for putting some, color in the chat. Appreciate you, man. It's been 2 hours. I was like this close for ending the live. I was not gonna lie to you. Like this close, but you just X Styles Blenders, you just saved it. Listen.
He didn't commit. He didn't go all out.
Yeah, that's what we speak.
I thought he was going to swing
for the fences. Yeah, and he didn't. You know what I'm saying? So, you can't put blame on just one person, but as a person.
But no, we're not putting blame on one person, but I'm saying at the end of the day, I think Shakur Stevenson got enough of the blame. Like, he's been blamed to death. But they don't talk about De Los Santos for real. Like, you know what I mean? They like, yo, Shakur did this, Shakur that. Which I agree. I think Shakur did all of the above. Everything everybody's saying he did, I agree. But let's not act like De Los Santos is a victim here. Like, yo, man, it wasn't his fault. Shakur just, you know what I mean, got this whole line along. I blame both of them. They both could have made that fight a little bit more intriguing. That fight was very boring, and it seemed like nobody really wanted. It was like a payday for both of them, to tell you the truth.
At the end of the day, it's about really who you go for and what style. I feel like when people compare the Jermain Ortiz and Teo fight to this one, I don't like that because it's not the same fight. You know what I'm saying? You see, thank you. It's not the same. It wasn't the same thing. People are quick to say that.
It was a similar fight, but Jermain Ortiz was landing punches.
Every single round, Jermain was more active than Shakur. Every round.
But you have to land punches to win a fight. I'm not gonna act like Teofimo was not hitting this guy. Teofimo didn't even throw more than 3 punches. I want to say he was just 1-2. Jab.
And there's another thing too. Shakur is more accurate than Jermain. So whenever Shakur did throw, it landed.
He landed, and that's what saved Shakur when he did throw.
Because he's so goddamn accurate and sharp. Yeah, exactly.
He really beat him with the jab. I think that with the Jermain Ortiz fight, the one thing that I wanted him to do that he didn't do in this fight, which makes me understand why he didn't win, was because he took his foot off the gas in those last 4 rounds. He took the foot off the gas because of the cut. Exactly. I was about to say that. It was because of the headbutt.
His coach and his uncle's right here, actually, right here. Look.
He was beating that guy easy. That's why that man cried and did all that fool game. And hit him with the headbutt. Come on, man. I believe that headbutt was very because he tried it before that. Because he was frustrating him and he really lost that fight.
So
I want to know who still gonna fight.
So this is Jermain Ortiz's uncle. So he's happy to hear all this as well.
Yes. Man, I'm a big fan. He won that fight. And then for it to be his first fight at 140, I salute to him even more. And T.O., that was his 4th fight at 140? Come on now. Come on, man. They know he lost it. It just, to me, it shouldn't, I don't understand, like, how, like, T.O. ain't doing nothing right now because he's not really fighting nobody. Who T.O. finna chill on his ass so he can get another tune-up fight. He's not trying to fight no top dog at 140. When he comes back, he was running from Devin at 135. He really needed to stay his ass at 135. He didn't want to fight no black fighters. Nosotros pedimos la revancha, no nos la quisieron dar, dile.
He said that they wanted the rematch. They asked for the rematch and they decided not to.
No, because it was supposed to be.
Pero no en el DM de la San. No, tú estás hablando de Tío, ¿verdad? Y Jermain, yeah, but I knew that. I already knew that. I knew they weren't gonna do that.
Y a Tío lo quitaron de libra por libra ya ahora.
¿Qué fue?
Que a Tío lo quitaron de libra por libra. Pao por pao lo quitaron ya de la lista.
¿Por qué? ¿Y qué? Whose list?
No, de la lista one por pao.
Yeah, what? Top rank list?
De todita lo quitaron a Tío.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's that's an opinion. But so he said that everybody took Teofimo off their pound for pound list, which is true. Nobody really, if you really think about it, they were before that fight. People did have Teo on pound for pound, like at the end, and there's some people that don't have him on there.
Man, Teo got paying somebody because they let this delusional motherfucker talk about he was undisputed at 135. Wasn't fucking undisputed. Then he fought Josh Taylor with 1 belt.
So mira. The super chat. Tenemos un super chat here, right? X Styles Blender. Thank you for the $2. Give me Ortiz versus Matias.
Okay. I agree with that fight. I agree with that.
Davi did. Yo, look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look. Yo, they already tasted the top rank money. They now. Yo.
Nosotros peleamos por uno. That's tough for Jermain.
Nah, cause you know what it is? You know what it is? Jermain got paid great money for Lomachenko. He got paid great money for Teofimo Lopez. And now these guys, they're also connected with Michelle Rivera's team. So they get to hear his offers over there. So it's a different league when it comes to Jermain Ortiz and the money. It's a different league.
Michelle Rivera, he going up to 140, Ali.
Yeah, he already did with Limbinez.
So who he fighting at 140?
Oh, did you see that? Did you see that the boxing? What was it? Boxing scene took my interview and they never put my name on the Michelle Rivera Matisse fight.
They've been doing that to you, bro. On the interview, right? They've been doing that.
It's like how am I supposed to grow if everyone takes my content?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, you be getting some good ass interviews. De campamento nosotros, te voy a decir un secreto. Crawford estaba con nosotros. El papá de Henry estaba con nosotros en los campamentos también. Dile a ellos.
So he said he's gonna tell you guys a secret. He said that we all knew that Bill Haney was in their camp, but I just knew right now that Crawford was in their camp as well.
Oh.
The camp for Tio.
Crawford me habló conmigo bien. Nos dijo que hiciéramos también.
So he said that Crawford talked to him to explain how to beat Tio.
But Tio is very...
That's fire, right?
But Tio is...
I think yo lo vi el regato, tú lo tenías con él.
Only on Bill. Yo, only place is gonna happen that, bro. That's the only place. Yo, si tú
There's gonna be a new article tomorrow. Watch.
At least we gonna be on Eugene. We gonna be on the news. We gonna be on boxing team. They gonna put it. It's all good, man. Yo, they gonna do cuando Jermain iba a salir para el ring, ¿quién estaba ahí? Boma atrás de Jermain en los camerinos con nosotros. Después que Boma peleó Christian Davis, él cogió para de nosotros, hablar con nosotros. Hey, one day I want to shine a little light. Let me shine a little light on one fight that I would like to see.
Hold on, before I forget, because my trend, I know Spanish, but when you talk a lot, we forget what the words are and shit. So he said that after Keyshawn and Bomac finished the fight with Pedraza, Bomac went to the locker room of Jermain to chop it up with his uncle to talk about the fight.
Y le voy a decir otro secreto.
And another secret. Here it is.
El equipo de Crawford y nosotros trabajamos juntos.
And he said that the Crawford team and his team work together.
Okay. Hay partes que trabajamos. Hey, but look, I want to tap on some more 140 pounders that's really making some noise that's not getting the credibility also. Like Richardson Hitchison.
¿Qué tú crees en Richardson Hitchison? A guy that Jermain Ortiz beat in the amateurs.
Yes. Let's talk about it. Money.
Pero money por los dos, ¿verdad? Richardson and Jermain.
No van a pagar por lo que nosotros vamos a querer. No van a pagar.
Yeah, they're not gonna invest the money for Richardson to wanna, fight Jermain Ortiz. Because you have to understand, these guys, they know the position that they're in boxing. Like, they very know. Like, it only takes a couple fights to understand. Did that right, ¿verdad? So now it's business on both sides, A and B.
So what about Antoine Russell? Because I feel like he's a top 5 in 140.
Jermain peleó con él también en el amateur, ¿verdad?
No ganó en amateur, no ganó a nosotros pegados, una pelea cerrada.
Russell beat Jermain in the amateurs.
Yeah, pero nosotros peleamos con él, cualquier cosa, tú me entiendes,
Es una buena pelea también.
Yeah. Pero peleamos con el que venga, si hay dinero, peleamos con... Tú viste que Jermain no tiene miedo.
¿Y tú tienen más pelea con Top Rank?
2 más.
Oh, 2? So Jermain got 2 more fights with Top Rank.
Okay. Shit. He might get.
A mí me gustaría pelear con Henry, pero
Jermain staying at 140?
Yeah, somos bien amigos. Él me llevó hasta comer a su casa.
Hey, man. Hey, you asked Jermain staying at 140, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Jermain's at 140. He's staying at 140.
Yeah, stay 140, yeah.
Stay at 140. I got you.
It's only up.
Si Shakur sube para la 40, peleamos con él.
Jermain solid. I still put him in the top 10 at 140. Just on my own personal list, I think he's still a top 10 at 140.
Yeah. He has to be. If you really think about it, if he has to be, if you label Teal the way you label Teal after that performance, you have to put him in that discussion. And I think top 10 might be too deep, to be honest with you.
I was in 140 for sure.
140?
140.
Wow.
140.
I think you could argue that he's in the top 6 and 7. Easy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, because I know you're gonna compare him to the Richardson Hitchens. I know you're gonna compare him to the Antoine Russells, but just because like they have an O doesn't mean that
No.
Like
style.
Yeah, because Sanction and Bodies rank you according to where your promoters.
How they like you. They rank you how they like you.
Eso de ranking es a veces que si eso no funciona, a veces eso no importa los rankings. Si nosotros queremos hacer una pelea, la hacen. ¿Me entiendes?
He also said that, if you really want, the rankings don't mean anything. If you really want the fight, you can make the fight.
For sure. I just feel like that's why Saudi Arabia gonna take over boxing, because then they're gonna start paying everybody. They ain't got no reason to be ducking nobody. It kind of gets the structure back, like just the top fight at the top, but that's the only way. So I give Saudi, I can see 2 years from now, whenever a real big fight is gonna be made, it's gonna be at Saudi, because it's not gonna be about nothing else. It's gonna be about the money.
I see a lot of interviews with Jermain with like big TV networks. Yeah, it's nice to see him getting that acknowledgement and that love from DR, And I seen that. Did you guys prep that? Like, was he in DR? Estaba en Santo Domingo, Big Papi.
Con Big Papi están allá la misma gente de.
Yeah, so even Big Papi supports Jermain Ortiz in the whole Dominican Republic and stuff like that. When you perform like that at the highest level and you do good,
he got a lot of points.
The people.
He got a lot of points because he's really undefeated still. He beat He beat Over and he beat T.O.
Yup.
Come on, man. He really undefeated.
To be honest with you, stories like Jermain Ortiz is reasons why people should not care about your O.
Right.
Facts.
Like those stories like that, because you think about it, right? You want to see Jermain fight next again.
Yeah. I'm waiting on him to fight again. I want to see who's fighting. Really.
Who do you guys want to see him fight? And also in the chat, guys, who do you guys want to see Jermain Ortiz fight?
Now is Jermain. Now listen. Now I want to see him fight
140.
I would say he can go on and he can test the water with Montana Love, since Montana kind of been up.
Come
on.
Damn, everybody in the chat's crying right now. Shit. You got my whole YouTube chat hurting.
I was still putting Montana Love, unfortunately, top 15 at 140.
Yeah, sparring. Yeah, good sparring. Ellos guantearon para una pelea. Jermain fue para Cleveland.
¿Con quién?
Con Montana Love.
Oh, I guess Jermain Ortiz is friends with Montana Love, and he sparred him. He went to Cleveland.
I'm just saying, style-wise, that's why I was like, Montana ain't just. I haven't watched Montana all the way up.
What are you family with Montana? You trying to get him back in the rankings? What's going on?
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like It sounds like he trying to. That's what I thought. In my head, I'm like,
he ran. He ran from
Hey, you from Cleveland? What's going on?
Nah, I'm from Cleveland.
Cleveland. I'm about to be like, I don't know. I think I'm.
¿Sabes qué me enseñaba a mí mucho de boxeo?
Dime.
¿Qué me da consejo a mí? That was the only southpaw fighter that I could think of, y'all. That's the only reason why I came up with it. I only came up with that by style. That's it.
He said that Bill Haney taught him a lot in boxing. Él sabe mucho.
Yes, es que me dice que haga los movimientos. Él me dice, esto, al otro. Ahí me dice a mí.
What do you say?
Estoy diciendo mucho secreto.
That Bill Haney taught him a lot of secrets when it comes down to like movements and different drills inside the gym. He tells him what to do when he's doing the mitts. He'll tell him, "Yo, do this, do that, do that, do that." You know, and it improves his game.
In all honesty, Jermain could fight. He could fight Richardson or Gary Russell. It's an easy fight. Richardson easy. One of the two. That's my opinion.
Richard Hitcherson's easy. I don't think Richard Hitcherson's easy. I think that's a great fight. That's why I was thinking about.
Hey! It's not easy if it's in the zone.
Oh man. I think that's a boxing match. I think that's a big time boxing match.
Nosotros hablamos 100% por aquí, ¿oíste? He goes, I want Shakur to get up. I want Shakur. They've been wanting Shakur for a while.
Oh, I know. They were calling Shakur at 135 when they wanted to go back to 135.
Shakur should come up to 140.
Because Shakur is a big 135. So you want him to come to 140? Shakur come up to 140?
Yeah, only because it kind of, because he don't have nobody to fight other than Javante at 135. In Loma.
Well, he's supposedly
he's on in Loma, De Los Santos again, Lomachenko, Javante. No, my guy, Edwin De Los Santos. I want to give you rebound Edwin De Los Santos. I want to put Edwin De Los Santos too.
Okay.
Chaco need to combat and fight Edwin De Los Santos. Y see everybody beat Edwin De Los Santos. He need to combat and fight Edwin De Los Santos. Eso need to do it. Everybody, what do you think?
You see how he fakes like you see sometimes there's some Dominicans and Puerto Ricans that they'll act like they don't know English, right? Better, right? So they make my job more difficult porque el español mío muy feo.
I'm like, really? Okay, that's what's up. The whole time he's talking, I'm sitting here like, this is interesting.
In Miami last week, the police stopped me. I say, hey, you see what you're doing? I said, I'm sorry. I don't speak English. Say, you don't speak English? You're in America. I said, I don't speak English. You got to teach it. I said, I'm Cuban. I'm speaking Spanish.
He said, you gonna get this ticket. You gonna.
Oh my God. Nah, man. Oh my God. Yeah. That's a good fight. That's a good fucking fight. I want to Shakur and Edwin De Los Santos fight combat, man. I want to see this fight. Or maybe
I'm wondering if Shakur will do it. You know what? I'm gonna take it back. I think Shakur will do it. I don't know if he wants to do it, but I think he will do it. I think. Listen, he got a 5-fight deal right now. $15 million, right? $3 million a fight. He need to knock those 5 fights out, man. And Edwin De Los Santos will please the fans, man. And
listen. Now that we here, right? He says that Jermain has 2 more fights in Top Rank. He's at 140 pounds. He just came after this performance. Let's come through with us guys. Who do you think is potentially over there for him?
I think the question is also got to be who's willing to fight him, because who's willing to fight him. That's the big problem.
That's the problem.
Because you can say whatever you want to say, but at the end of the day, everybody kind of has a trajectory right now. Richard Hitchinson, he's talking about potentially fighting either Subriel Matias or trying to chase down Devin Haney. He's not going to give up that. Do
you guys? Mira, tú crees tú vas a tener un pelea grande para la próxima?
Es the same fight Lomachenko. Jermain fight Lomachenko. Nobody want to fight Jermain for 11 months. And nobody want to fight Jermain. And how go you fight like that now? Nobody want to fight Jermain. I see the father, the Benavides father in Miami. Yo, you the uncle Jermain Ortiz. Oh my God, this guy is the best, man. He beat it off him easy. Nobody want to fight him no more. You see, it's all the problem.
Yo hablo con él también,
Jermain Ortiz, man.
That was just an awesome game.
I told Senior, I said, hey, if he was Devin Haney that day, he would have won. He said yes, he would have won.
I don't know what people say Jermain wrong. You don't fight in the street, you fight in base, professional base. Why you think? So you beat it at the Teofimo 7 rounds and 3. Why you want to fight back and back? Why? You beat it. Listen though. The last fight he had with Lomachenko, I would have thought after that last fight that he would have tried to step on the gas in those last couple rounds, understanding that he lost that fight in those last rounds. I understand he had that headbutt. He had that headbutt, so I know he had that cut. He had a 45 points. I give you a Jermain over there. 45 points. Yeah. 45 points. Yeah. But listen, Teofimo no doing nothing. Why Jermain want to come back? Si Teofimo no doing nothing. Every Jermain cow punch. You see? Si Teofimo put out pressure on Jermain, okay, Jermain, let's go. I say, Jermain, let's go. You need to fight more. Why see? They beat everything. I'm here. But people say wrong. It's not wrong. You know, it definitely wasn't wrong because I think Jermain Ortiz won that fight. But it's definitely what lost him the fight. Those last 4 rounds is 100%. Where he lost the fight. 100%. So we have to say one way or the other. Yes, he was right to do that, but in the spirit of winning the fight and understanding the only reason he lost that Lomachenko fight was because of those last rounds. I would have thought he would try to step it up in those last rounds, just on the strength of the politics of the building he was in. I know. But listen, I promise, for my daughter. See, Teofimo give me the fight back, the rematch. I promise. A motherfucking fight. Jermain 100% more different. Jermain fight. You see every fight Jermain. But the plan in the ring. But now I know. Now I know way for the joy. I know way. I told Jermain go. Top rank ain't gonna let it happen. Top rank ain't gonna let it happen. Well, now that's the uphill battle that you guys have to fight now with the fact that now Theo cries too hard up there. They're not gonna let him fight him. Right. I don't got the money now. I told you I don't got the money now. See, the whole people say one and Theo scary ass to the fight Barbosa.
I can see Teo rematching. I can see Teofimo rematching Jermain, but after he takes a hit.
He got to fight Barbosa now. Barbosa needs to fight Teofimo. Yeah, but be careful. Be careful con Teofimo beat Barbosa. Believe me. You think so? Yes. I think it's a 50-50 fight. And you need a game plan with Teofimo. You don't got a game plan. You stand in front. You got problem con Teofimo. I can see that. That's why you say that Matías Teofimo. Si Matías go make a meeting in the front of Teofimo, got problem. You need a mic on Teofimo.
You think?
Teofimo also. I don't think he's still be talking that delusional shit to make me think he's not all the way focused either. A focused Teofimo will do that, but Teofimo ain't been looking that good. Josh Taylor, I give him some credit for Josh Taylor, but look at Josh Taylor. Well, where he at? Until I see Josh Taylor next fight, that's what's going to determine how much credit I will give to you. Because to me, it looked like Josh Taylor was weight drain. And I'm not a big weight drain type of guy, but Josh Taylor was talking about moving up at least like 2 to 3 fights before he fought to you. He been talking about moving up to 147. Yeah, I wanted to fight him at a good time.
Yeah, but it don't matter because he's about to fight Jack Catterall at 140 again. So scrap that shit.
Exactly. Oh, we fighting Catterall?
Yep.
Yeah. And at one, I thought it was gonna be at 147. No, it's gonna be I thought both of them was going up to 147. Isn't it one? It's not 147. I thought it was at 147. That's supposed to be Josh Taylor debut at 147. I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Well, I'm wrong. I'll take me.
When I looked at BoxRec, I did see Josh Taylor ranked at 47, but this shit changed, so I don't know.
Cause I thought Terrence Crawford was gonna take out Josh Taylor on that level because Josh Taylor was calling Crawford's name a long time ago. But since Josh Taylor didn't look good, there ain't no money fight no more.
I mean, maybe. Actually, it's starting to make a little bit more sense because he needs more welterweights over there, and he just added some new 40-pounders in his stable. So
Crawford needs to unhold them belts. But Crawford needs to go on and vacate those belts, and so 147 can get a little hot again, so Boots can clean it up. See, right now it look like Terrence don't want Boots to clean it up because
Jermain even fought Boots in the amateurs too.
Boots is not calling off his name if he relinquishes those belts. Hold on a second. Let Teal's uncle take that. I wanted
Jermain's uncle, not Teal's uncle.
That's what. Go ahead. No. I want to fight by both sides. Easy fight for Jermain. That's what I said. I think Arnold Barbosa will fight with Jermain. I want to take it out with number one. Yeah. Honestly, they should fight on the undercard. They can't fight on the. Oh, it's too early. It's too late. On the Ryan undercard, it's too late, huh? Yeah, it's too late. It's too late. I want to fight this guy, but maybe he say no. No, he want to fight yes. Arnold Barbosa want to fight anybody. He's hungry right now. Arnold Barbosa, I think he'll take that fight. Maybe Canelo just say no. That's another conversation. Oscar's another conversation too. But I think Arnold Barbosa wants to fight. I think he wants to stay busy.
Gino, thank you for tapping in. I got my man Lonos coming in now. All right, appreciate you.
All right, now. I'm leaving.
Te va.
Yeah, me voy. Hey, thank you.
De nada.
Dile a ellos que Jermain va a ser campeón mundial pronto, tú verás.
He said that Jermain Ortiz is going to be a champion real soon. Mira, dile Jermain para llamarme porque yo lo tirando el mensaje no está cojándolo.
Él me dijo que cuando venga, él te va a dar una entrevista exclusiva solo.
Está bien.
Te va a llamar, él te va a dar una entrevista, me dijo. Solo, quiere hablar muchas cosas solo contigo. ¿Tú me entiendes?
Ok.
Y nada, estamos aquí y gracias. Oye, yo quiero los morenos, me apoyan mucho, ellos son de nosotros todos. Sí, están siempre con nosotros.
100%, papi, tú sabes.
Pero tú sabes,
Hablamos.
I don't know what that means. I hope I said something good.
That means we're going to talk to you later.
All right.
We'll talk. That's what it means. But yeah, there's your little hit, your Spanish history lesson real quick, little something.
I learned a lot of Spanish on Mill City. I learned a lot of Spanish on here. This ain't the first show where I had to sit here and listen. I be learning though a little bit. I just be staying quiet in the background, chilling.
Yo,
I be in the background chilling.
One time we had Subir Matias on the live, right? And you like, let's go. I'm like,
yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, Claremore ain't want to do these long ass questions and gonna put me ass to work. I was gonna tell you straight up, like, yo, you better shorten these questions up, like.
Listen, bro, I'm gonna take advantage of it. I don't get the opportunity to get these kind of conversations, bro. So I'm gonna throw them all at yo, Mill. Ask him.
A paragraph later, shit.
I gotta get it in, bro. I'm hungry for this.
Nah, I'm gonna get my Spanish even more right, even better. You know what it is when I'm in Puerto Rico and I'm around everyone that speaks Spanish. My grandma died, so all she did was speak Spanish. So I was good, but nobody speaks Spanish. My girlfriend don't speak Spanish. Nobody speaks Spanish around me. You know what I mean? So my shit be all cracked up, look, muy feo. But anyway, I got another super chat here. X Style Blenders, thank you for the $5. What are you thinking on the Canelo versus Munguia fight? Could get interesting. Let me tell you something about that fight.
Go ahead, talk about it.
That fight, everyone is straying away. You know what it is? Everybody wants to see the best, and nobody cares about fighting the second best, the third best, the fourth best, the sixth best. Nobody even cares about the 10th best, right? Little do you know that's what you've been watching. Little that you know. But I think it's a good fight because of how young and his punch output. I'll tell you right now, Munguia definitely don't got the experience to fight a Canelo Alvarez. But one thing that I do like about this fight, it's not like you're getting the Canelo Alvarez going to throw a lot of combinations. So really, Munguia has to focus on defense. Now, is Freddie Roach that guy for defense? No. But can his offense be replaced to that in defense? Does he have the punch to keep, Canelo, away? I don't think so. But I do think that if he starts to throw high volume 4-piece combinations, 5-piece combinations, Canelo Alvarez is in trouble until he gets his gas up again, because he's gonna get gassed. Even getting hit by shots like that and go like this, it actually takes a lot out of you because you're holding your breath at times. You're trying to embrace the impact. You're like, and you have to stiffen up. You know, it looks like you're just here, and you're looking through the glove, and you open up your hands, but you actually have to put pressure, and it's exhausting.
Right.
It's exhausting.
Right.
You know, so when Canelo gets you with the head movement, when he slows you down, if you're a fast fighter. If you're a fast, elusive fighter, he'll do it when you slow you down. But in the beginning, super high guard because he needs to catch up. So I think it's a good fight, but I do have Canelo Alvarez stopping him.
Yeah. I got Canelo stopping him too, but I think it's gonna be a super competitive
Counter punch though.
Huh?
Counter punch, a shot he don't see coming, and then he finishes him.
Yeah. Munguia, I'm interested in seeing how this next Munguia, because after the John Ryder, I was impressed by the way he looked with John Ryder. I liked the way he was boxing with John Ryder.
Oh, Munguia.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it.
But John Ryder didn't even look like he had muscles, bro. He looked horrible.
I thought John Ryder would have worked harder to get inside and to let go of those combinations.
He put too much into that Canelo camp. He put everything into that Canelo camp. I'll tell you. So I used to box, right? And I used to play other sports. I was a running back, so I was already a jacked up kid, a young kid. And then I went to boxing, and I was 180 pounds, pure muscle as a running back, Division I football team, everything, bro. I was the best. I had the most touchdowns in the whole league in high school. Now I went into boxing. I had to strip all my muscles down, and I didn't do it the proper way. I wasn't cut. I look like Ryder. That's what I'm trying to say. I see what Ryder did. He had a bad weight cut. He didn't work out the way he was supposed to. So I think that payday made it seem like, you know what? When you're mentally, you put the headphones on, you can do cardio for days. But to really lift weights and to focus so you don't get hurt and do these explosive exercises, it takes more out of you doing stuff like sprints. You can get hurt doing sprints. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm out of shape right now. I did 3 miles yesterday. It's normal to me. You know what I mean? So I think that's what happened with Ryder, bro. He messed up that body, and he's never going to be the same.
Never.
He's too old.
Right.
You know, you killed your muscle and you're aged out. You don't have hope for you. Yeah, you don't have hope. So now your durability is gone.
Right.
You just destroy your durability.
Conditioning is shot. He's not gonna be able to compete on that high level. He'll be able to do, like you said, like you ran 3 miles yesterday, but he's not going to be able to get in the ring with top shelf opposition and wear that jacket. It's going to be too big for him. It's going to be too big.
To condition the muscles, one thing, and to train your mind to condition your muscle is one thing. To strengthen your mind and to strengthen your muscles is another thing. You know, you talk to the top gymnasts, they'll say that, the key to having a strong, healthy body is really not just doing endurance workouts. It's really doing, building the muscle.
Right.
Yeah.
Weight training.
But in boxing, if you do too much of that in boxing, it's not good. So it's like you have to train your body a certain way in your teenage years, your 20s, your 30s, and in your 40s. And that's why there's these people there for you for that. You know what I mean? But if you're willing to pay for those people, and a lot of these boxers are not willing to pay.
Nah. Boxing, bro. It's everything is outside the gym. Everything's outside the ring. I'm saying everything's outside the ring. When you finally see him inside the ring, it's a product of a lot of work or lack of work that you're seeing inside that ring. And that's what ends up manifesting, bro, especially in the biggest matches. In the biggest matches, it's always about that, right? Like, it's always about those intangibles. People's like, wow, I don't understand why he performed that way, or I don't understand this. And it's like, yeah, because you didn't see the last 3 months what he was doing, or what he wasn't doing. What he wasn't doing the last 3 months.
That's why when you get these, like, 4-week, 6-week notice fights, you got no room for strength conditioning. You just have room for conditioning. You can't work on the strength. There's not enough time. You know what I mean? So the one thing that you don't want to be in boxing is tired. So you at least can handle that. But being strong, you're strong or you're not that night. Like that's just what it is, bro. But if you train to be conditioned, you could at least handle that part of the game.
Big facts.
You know,
Big facts.
Low Nose Boxing in the building. Got that Kmart Wi-Fi in the building. What's goody? Hold on 1 second. But yeah, so that rider shit, like, it's a good selling point. You heard? It's a good selling point. You there? Can't hear you. Wonder if it's not my Wi-Fi. I don't think. Smash that like button. What's going on, Jackie? Low Nose in the building. What's goody?
What's going on, man? How's everybody doing?
Estamos aquí hablando boxeo.
What's the topic?
Well, you came in very late, but we're gonna come and recap for you, my guy. On the thumbnail, we have the 68th division. Hablando de, Boo Boo Andres versus David Morell. Rumors.
That word? Okay. Yeah. I seen something like that. I didn't hear about it.
And then
I like that fight.
And then Berlanga versus Daniel Jacobs.
I like that fight too, man. At one point, I would have said it's too much for Berlanga, but Daniel Jacobs hasn't fought in a while. He's past his prime. Berlanga, I feel, had his best performance in his last fight. It wasn't that pretty, but he's young. He got youth on his side. I like that fight. It's a dangerous fight, though, but that's a perfect fight for Madison Square Garden, Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend. Berlanga versus Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs could be Berlanga's dad.
But you know what it is that we can't always say Madison Square Garden, Puerto Rican Parade when we talk about Berlanga now that he's not in Top Rank no more.
But he's with Matchroom. Matchroom does fights in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, but not on that date. You're never gonna take that away from Bob Arum. He owns that date. Gracias por Miguel Cotto.
But didn't Berlanga fight? Wait, how many fights he has on Matchroom already under his belt?
First one was Quigley, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Wasn't Quigley in the Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend?
Yes. No. That was somebody else.
Okay. All right. But does Top Rank have that day booked?
They always do. That what I'm trying to tell you is that Bob basically, you know what it is that the venue has a relationship with the promoters, right? Okay. And if the promoter has a good relationship of, listen, on this date, you always book this date. The venue's gonna stay loyal to the promoter on that date. So he owns that date. Like when people say Canelo Alvarez, he owns Cinco de Mayo. You're not gonna get that you're not gonna take that away from him. You know what I mean? Now that's a fighter that's amazing. That's what makes you like the face of boxing, is when you have a fighter that owns that date. Now we talking about Top Rank owns that Madison Square Garden strip for the Puerto Rican Parade. And Bobby Arim, he owns that shit, bro. That's him. So what I was saying, you take that fight to Brooklyn on the same day that you're saying, but you take it to Brooklyn instead.
You can do that too, The thing is, the Puerto Rican fan base, usually when they do Madison Square Garden. I don't really know how big the Puerto Rican population is in Brooklyn, opposed to Manhattan, New York, because you got Uptown, you got the east side of Harlem, you got Puerto Ricans all over, but either way, that's a New York City fight regardless. Puerto Ricans are going to travel to Brooklyn. Yeah, I like that fight. And Berlanga doesn't have a former world champion under his belt. And this is a live dog. Even though Jacobs is not in his prime, Jacobs can still fight. And because Berlanga, all due respect, hasn't shown that he's like special. Feel me? If he doesn't take Jacobs seriously, he could lose. Hopefully, Berlanga keeps on training in Florida, wherever he's doing, less distractions. And, once again, he got youth on his side, but it's a very good fight. I give it a 60-40 fight for Berlanga.
One thing that you will have to admit, Daniel Jacobs and Andre Rozier got the drop on Berlanga.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
You forgot about that one, huh, Lo?
Yeah. How y'all feel about Morell versus Ubu?
Oh, we getting into that one right next, but we gotta finish this off. So listen, we got my man Titus on the live. What's goody, Titus?
What's up, y'all? What's up, fellas?
Look at Berlanga versus Jacobs.
Berlanga versus Jacobs. Who you got? Damn. It's hard because I didn't see Jacobs stand in front of Canelo for a good couple of rounds.
And Triple G.
So he's bound to take a beating. He done felt hard punching, good hits.
Oh, he got a chin and a half.
Berlanga, but that's the thing. We haven't seen Berlanga get
But Daniel Jacobs has been knocked out before.
True. I was about to get to that too. I was about to say one thing about Daniel Jacobs is knocked out. What's the other dude named Berlanga? I haven't seen him actually fight a fighter that's giving him a test.
Yeah.
I got a question. Who? 0811. I got a question. Sorry about that. My question is who knocked out Danny Jacobs?
Daniel Jacobs.
So a guy named P-Rock
early in his career.
No. I know exactly who it is. I'm just asking do you guys know who it is? Demetrius P-Rock, right?
Yeah. Do we know who he is, you're saying?
Demetrius P-Rock.
Yeah. You're asking us, do we know who he is?
Oh, yeah. So I'm saying, do you know who that is? You know his skill level? You know how good that guy is?
Yeah.
So granted, he's the only one to put out Jacobs, outclass Jacobs, right? So remember, boxing is about classes and levels. I don't believe Edgar Berlanga is on Danny Jacobs' level.
Okay. But what about but this is also a young man's sport, and he's 37 years old.
I understand that, but I understand
Daniel
that,
Jacobs.
Pay the bills.
What's your?
And if he's motivated, I think that. Bro, look at it like
yo, listen, Manny Pacquiao had the skills to pay the bills to beat Ugas, but he didn't.
Exactly. No, he didn't have the skills to pay the bills.
Why not?
Look at it like this. Bro, look at it like beat Ugas.
What do you mean? Why? What do you mean the 5 division champion didn't have the skills to beat Ugas?
Hold on, my brother's trying to say something. So how long has Daniel Jacobs been out for?
2 years.
Danny been out for a while.
2022 is his last fight.
And y'all think that's a hard one to get to rate, man.
We haven't seen him fight, and then he got his ass beat up by John Ryder, and then he got his ass beat up by Gabriel Rosado after that too.
I feel like knowing Danny and his history and his resume and just him in the gym and the level he's at, I think that we never got a really chance to see maybe an elite fight that I feel like his skill level outclasses the other person.
Yeah, so
because Danny, when he gets to that top level, he fought guys like Canelo, Triple G, a tough fight, the guy from Cali, but that guy is seasoned, man. He been out for a minute. He
got a lot of undefeated guys on his resume.
He beat Peter Quillin, knocked him out in the first round. Yeah, I actually had the honor of being on that undercard. I was on that undercard that night. The thing is, in that 2-year layoff,
and he knocked out Selecki. He beat Selecki too. I don't know if he knocked him out though, but he beat him.
But in that 2-year layoff, you think he got what it takes for that 2-year layoff to show us something? Or
No, because his last 3 fights were whack. Actually, his last 6 fights were whack.
Exactly.
And out of the six, yes, 2 of them were elite fighters. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I am done. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all for tapping in. We had a great segment today. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Become a member. The link is in the comments. And I appreciate each and every single one of y'all for coming by. And I'll see y'all soon.